It's showtime. What's good, my peopleizations? Let's talk about it today. We're going to talk about it today. We had a great fight this past weekend. We had Vasiliy High-Tech Lomachenko versus Teofimo Lopez. And yeah. I told everybody that Teofimo Lopez was going to shake up the world. Did I not tell y'all that? I told you guys Teofimo Lopez was going to shake up the world. Gio James, Khalil 98, salute. LS AKA Tag, salute. What's good with you, my good brother? Told you guys, and I told you guys some more. Right? And what happened? AMG2, salute. What's good with you, my good brother? And what happened? Just that. OG Swag, salute. Great fight though, entertaining. But I'm going to tell you guys, Vasiliy Lomachenko, his flaws came to the forefront big time. And what I mean by that is Vasiliy Lomachenko showed us that he cannot box going backwards. Salute to my brother CB Sports TV, Carl Burrell in the building. He can't box going backwards. Joe Davis, 2310, salute. Gilbert Rodriguez Jr., what's good with you, young king? I told you guys he can't box going backwards. He can't box going backwards, and it showed. Right? It all rose to the top. Brothers UK, Horatio Quintero, salute. It all rose to the top, and you know, when he had success, that being Lomachenko, Samuel Demise, Kennard Williams, salute. When he had success, that being Vasiliy Lomachenko, when he did have success, the chosen one, salute. It was when it was simply when Teofimo Lopez became stationary and turned into a counterpuncher. Right? He looked to become a counterpuncher. And you cannot become a counterpuncher against Lomachenko, because that's one thing he can do well. It's come forward, right? That's what he's great at, and it showed that he's not versatile. He's just not versatile. Came to win, my brother. Salute. He's not versatile at all. He's not. What he is he has that what it is that a lot of people get harm clothing, salute. A lot of people get get blinded, should I say, 300, salute, by him using all of these subtle movements and these little angles, and people use that and they enamored with it. So LS aka Tags, my brother in the super chat, salute. Appreciate you, King. Jamil Allen, salute. And and then people just take that and they just make it more than what it is. That's a good wrinkle to his game. You know why? You know why he does that? Now I'm gonna explain to you guys what I saw. P. Newell, salute. What I saw and why I saw it. He uses they incorporate all of those little. Renee Bosch Young, what's good with you, brother? I'm gonna send you the link in a little while. I'm gonna tell you guys why he uses those little subtle movements, why they incorporate that, why are they so high on that, why are they so eager to use that as part of their staple for their approach to the sport. And the reason they do incorporate that is because, take your cut, salute, is because it hides things. It hides things. Yeah, Gilbert, I'm gonna send you the link in a little while too. It hides things. You understand? So they understand since he was young, right? Since he was young, obviously, you know your strong points and you know your weak points, right? We understand our strong points and we understand our weak points. You understand? And there's just some things that you can work at it. Phil J 508, my brother, salute. You can work at it as much as you want to, right? New Fat Boy Fitness, my brother, salute. Chase that coin, salute. You can work on your shortcomings, right? But they are still your shortcomings. Javon Freeman, salute. No matter how much you work on them. The reason that you have to focus on them is because that's your area of weakness. So it's similar to, bodybuilding, right? Roy Babineau, salute. It's similar to bodybuilding, right? When you bodybuilding and you lifting weights, El Boogie, Marcus King, salute. You're stronger on the bench, or you're stronger on, the incline or the decline or the butterflies. Guillotine Dream, Warren Albert, Rock Sports, salute. Right? El Boogie, salute. You know where your shortcomings are. So you focus on those areas. There's a thing when you're working out. A lot of people have the approach where they say, let me target that area first before I start doing anything, because you want to be at your strongest to work on your weak points. Right? But don't get it mistaken. G-Man TV, my brother Bish, B Megastar, TS Sim 7, salute. Don't get it confused. No matter how much you work on it, it's still your weak point. L Bird, salute. You work on it to become your strong point. But at any time you lack, it's still your weak point. And so they use these subtle movements, these little angles, and these little Monopoly Inc. music, salute. They use these subtle angles and these little movements, and they work on that. That's why you see them with the ladder and he's doing all these reaction drills and YouTube Universe, Brown on Boxing, salute. Right? They have all of these drills you see him using, right? These Jerry McGill, salute. He's using all of these lateral. He worked on his lateral, and don't get me wrong, you're supposed to, but it's a reason that's a focus in his training. A Wavy 09 around the world, salute. The reason it's a focus is because it's a cover up. Chi-Town Finest, salute. Right? It's a cover up. It helps him to to patch up the holes in his game, which is famous old gun, Fastlane Jones, salute, is that he struggles going backwards. Alfred Yasharala, Anthony Kyle, salute. Anthony Holden, salute. Lawrence Harris, mean one, salute. He struggles going backwards. He struggles going backwards. And so when you struggle to go backwards, right? So guess what he does? He uses those subtle angles, those subtle movements, those misdirection drills. That is not an offense for him. That's a way for him to get out of harm's way. Jordan Maverick, Los Angeles Lakers, salute. That's a method. Sabrina Macklin, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Robert Singleton, what's good with you, King? That's a method for him to get out of harm's way. Boxing Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Boxing Conversation, Reggie Owens. My brother LeBron Reviews. Go subscribe to my brother LeBron Reviews in the building. Go subscribe to my brother LeBron Reviews. David the Real Thomas, Moped Mosley, Worry Bond, salute. Right? So that's a method. So you saw it on Saturday, right? You saw it on Saturday. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. We got 160 people. Let's get 160 likes. Dion Folks, salute. Right? Smash the like button. Let's get the likes all the way up. So here's the thing, right? You got to look at it from this standpoint, right? And say to yourself, why is that a focus? Because his part of his shortcomings going backwards is a problem. And so he uses those subtle movements and those misdirections to get out of harm's way, not to create offense. It's not even to create defense. It's a method of escape. So you saw when Teofimo Lopez was pressing forward, the problem he had with Teofimo Lopez, I'm going to tell you guys, the big problem he had with Teofimo Lopez was when he was Black Alpha Salute. Teofimo Lopez was quicker than he thought he was. He had quicker reaction and reflexes than he thought he did. And he was stronger and longer than he thought he was. And so what happened was when he tried to escape, Snacks B, salute, Samuel Demise, salute. When he tried to escape, Teofimo Lopez was still touching him to the body when he thought he was out of range. So when you saw him trying to escape, trying to straddle the ropes, Adrian Cole, salute. When he tried to straddle the ropes, or when he tried to, when he tried to straddle the ropes, or when he tried to, he was using doing this and trying to, he was trying to get out the way, but he couldn't. Salute to my brother Kurt Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar, aka the historian, my brother, my co-host. What's good with you, Kurt?
Hey, Blue Blood, what's going on, man? What's up, chat, man? What's going on in this Monday afternoon, the aftermath?
Yeah, man. Man, Xavier Moses, Brown Boy Boxing, salute. Boxing Social Network, salute. Yeah, Kurt, man, we had a great night of boxing, did we?
Absolutely. Let me say this. I said Lomachenko will win the decision. My exact words was Lomachenko by unanimous decision, but I didn't feel good about my pick. This was one of the hardest fights to break down, and I mentioned a particular fight. It was Humberto Gonzalez versus Michael Carbajal. Now, the reason I'm saying that is it's kind of weird how boxing goes, and I'm explaining. Michael Carbajal was the boxer, and Humberto Gonzalez was the puncher going in to their fight. But Humberto Gonzalez wound up outboxing Carbajal in the second and third fight, and Teofimo was so effective outpointing Vasiliy Lomachenko. It reminded me of that scenario. I was shocked by the inability to adjust by Vasiliy Lomachenko. And you see what happens when the media trying to force something down your throat? There's a saying that somebody in The Wire said, the bigger the lie, the more people that believes it. And you talk about somebody got exposed, that's exposed. Because he had so many problems with Teofimo's athletic ability, his perpetual and rhythmic motion. He didn't know what to do. I never seen a superstar fighter give away so many rounds in a big, high-profile fight like that. It took him 7 rounds to get started. And the only thing he can do is sell out. That's the only thing he can do. And he had success. Teo needs to get his head off the line for future fights, or he's going to get caught with something big, and he better work on his defense, and his shoulders are square. But it was a good performance. And I was listening before I got on, and you said, they teach them things to hide other things. The Eastern European fighters, it's not a race thing. It's a culture thing. Different ethnic groups fight different ways. And with the Eastern European fighters, being in the amateurs is very important to them because it cons to shape their style. I always told people that Lomachenko fights in a system, but that a system to Achilles' heel is an athletic fighter. We just seen it with Charlo and Derevchenko. We just seen it. So that's not a coincidence with Jamar Charlo beating Sergey Derevchenko and Teofimo beating Lomachenko. Teo and Charlo are 2 athletic fighters. That's not a coincidence, people. It's not a coincidence. They fight in the system. So does Golovkin, but Danny Jacobs could have won that fight easy, and I still thought he won. But he was reluctant to let his hands go and let his talent show. He beat Golovkin easy. So when you take Golovkin and Kovalev and Lomachenko and Lomachenko, Derenchenko, they're good fighters. They're good fighters.
Victor
But it has an Achilles heel. And Victor Postol with Terrence Crawford. Thank you, Blue. Forgot all about that. Thank you. That is a weakness. And I saw this when Linares fought Lomachenko. I said, I wonder what happens when he fights a good, young, athletic upstart. Because remember, Linares got knocked out like 3 times, so he was kind of past it. He was ring worn, as they say. But you saw it was a good performance by Teo. Lomachenko's a good fighter, but there's a lot of athletic fighters in that division. And if he goes down, you got Tank there, you got Shakur, and it's going to be tough for him because he's 32 and maybe he lost some confidence. I don't know, but every time Vasiliy tried to slide to the right, he slid with him, and plus when he slid to the right, that left hook wait for him. So I see what Teo was doing. I congratulate him, but his father really broke down Vasiliy Lomachenko on that documentary.
Yep, he sure did, Kurt. And smash the like button, people. I don't know how many likes we got. Smash the like button. We should have 300 likes. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Donate to the channel, support the grind. But smash the like button. The perfectionist, salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. We should have 300 likes. Smash the like button. Jupiter B, salute. Good brother. So yeah, Kurt, J Jack, salute. Perfectionist. MMT Pro, salute. Yeah, Kurt, I was saying that he can't fight going backwards, right? And it showed. Take your cut, salute. It showed it was a gaping hole. It wasn't a small. No, it was gaping. He couldn't. J Giles, salute. Kappa Shanty, salute. He couldn't even throw punches, Kurt. Max Garcia, Joseph Obang, salute. He couldn't even throw punches. And this confirmed what I always thought about Adrian Cole, salute, about him and Mikey Garcia. Because I said Mikey Garcia is going to press the fight. Mikey Garcia has great timing. Mikey Garcia defense is somewhat tight, and Mikey Garcia is consistent. And I always said Mikey Garcia is going to stop Lomachenko when they fight because Mikey Garcia is unlike Justin Jr. 962, DeAndre Descott, salute. 119 likes. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 300. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 300. Sherman Bray, salute. There's no way we should have 119 likes. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 300, man. Support the channel. Donate to the channel. Refresh the super chat. Y'all already know the drill. Pito Frescobar, salute. So, yeah, Kurt, the thing about Teofimo Lopez, what he did was in the second half of the fight, he got comfortable. He got too comfortable, Kurt. And he just started sitting stationary and sitting with this shoulder roll. Man, that's one thing. Keyshawn Johnson, what's good with you, King? This is one thing that Floyd Mayweather was a gift and a curse to the sport of boxing. Because he was a gift because of everything he brought to the sport of boxing and everything he did for the sport of boxing and the exposure he brought to the sport of boxing and his talents. He never cheated us. He never ever cheated us. He always came in shape. He always he always came to fight. He never missed weight. He never cheated the sport. Never. So he never cheated us as the fans. Stallion, salute. But the flip side to that, Kurt, is that people try and mimic him. It's like Michael Jordan effect, right? You get football. Everybody want to just fling the ball like Dan Marino, and then when you started getting athletic quarterbacks, everybody want to be Michael Vick, right? Marvin Rollins Jr. salute. And there's only Chilltown Mayor salute, Kashif Dixon salute. There's only one Michael Vick. Now you're gonna get some athletic quarterbacks, but everybody wants to be Michael Vick. Everybody wants to be Floyd Mayweather. High and low sports room salute. Will Smith salute. The problem is, this is something these guys been doing their whole life. They don't know no different. This is just what Floyd Mayweather do. That shoulder roll that he uses, the Philly shell, the shoulder roll, that's something that he does. That's who he is. That's not, he naturally goes into the shoulder roll. He doesn't think about going into shoulder. It's not a game plan. He just naturally goes into the shoulder roll and he'll naturally come out of it. BBG salute. He doesn't plan that. He doesn't, work on that. His father embedded that in him since he was a kid. It's second nature. It's muscle memory, right? When he feel that he needs to use it, he naturally goes into it. It's not something he game plans or thinks about or says, "Oh, let me go on the shoulder roll now." No, he doesn't do that. If you see, he changes it. He'll be in a high guard 1 second, and the next second he in the shoulder roll. Next second his hands is at his waist, and he's sticking his face out and trying to lure you in. Right? Yashara Ben Israel, Donald Favors, Shockwave Truth, my brother in the super chat, same Eastern Europe when it hit. Yeah, right. So he this is what Floyd Mayweather does. This is just who he is. It's not something he works on. So this is something that these fighters need to stop doing. Stop trying to mimic Floyd Mayweather's shoulder roll. It is not for everybody. That's a natural. That's like everybody. PGH's Big Dog salute. Elliot Burgess salute. It's just like this, right? You remember, Kurt, at one point in time, dudes was chewing gum on the basketball court and sticking their tongue out. Harlem Breakfast Club, salute. Remember that, Kurt? Dudes coming down the lane just sticking their tongue out and chewing gum. No, Michael Jordan didn't. He just chewed gum and stuck his tongue out. And so, yeah, Kurt, go ahead, Kurt.
No, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, talk about Michael Jordan, the baggy shorts and the sneakers and the ripping elbow. That was Michael Jordan. People try to emulate him. Influence is a great power. When somebody looks at you and wants to emulate you and copy you, and just like boxing with the shoulder roll, that's something you have to master. Like Floyd Mayweather or James Pony or George Ben or the inventor of the shoulder roll.
Kurt, you sound like a robot.
Oh man, don't tell me.
Mm-hmm.
Not LT today. Books, how about now?
Go ahead, talk. Let me hear.
Yeah, the inventor of the shoulder roll, Dave Holly.
Yeah, you breaking up.
Go ahead, 1 second.
Okay. So what he did was Teofimo, he could have won this fight running away. He could have won this fight, and I thought he won the fight big time anyway. Romel Lane, salute. Mike Suseda, salute. Frequent Flyer RC, salute. But he could have won this fight. Young Scholar, power to the people, salute. He could have won this fight, right? He could have won this fight in the same manner Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez. This is how easy a fight this was for Teofimo Lopez. But in round 6 and round 7, I saw it. And I was going at my TV. I'm like, go forward. Stop. I saw it coming. Stop being stationary. Bishop Bull, salute. I was at my screen talking to my TV. Stop going forward. Battle ready fitness and defense. Salute. Don't stand and get comfortable and get stationary. Keep going forward. Go forward, go forward, go forward, go forward. That's where your success is. Keep walking forward. Keep walking forward. Melvin Triplett, salute. And so what he did was he got comfortable. Hype to be, salute. He got comfortable, started staying in the shoulder roll. When Lomachenko was down big, and he knew he was down big. So Lomachenko started having to get more and more aggressive, coming forward and being more active than he was, because he understand he was letting the fight go. And he was instead of Teofimo Lopez making Lomachenko make adjustments, forcing him to make adjustments, right? He allowed Lomachenko, he made the adjustments, the wrong adjustments, which allowed Lomachenko to have success coming forward, thus making the fight closer than it should have been. Mr. Sinister, salute. Antonio Roberts, salute. That's what he did. Tax, salute. He allowed Lomachenko to make this fight more interesting than it needed. It should have been no question. Nobody should be talking about it was a draw. Nobody should be talking about, oh, well, Loma won this round. Nobody, because if Teofimo Lopez didn't change, Lomachenko wasn't going to change people. Kenyatta Ali, salute. Shockwave Truth, my brother in Super Chat. He said imitation the highest form of flattery. That's a fact. Taiwa Yuko Wa Butu, salute. Boxing fan 713, salute. Right? That's the problem, right? So when he made the adjustment, when Teofimo Lopez decided, and this is another thing, when you fall into the love of the shoulder roll and you start to get comfortable with it, it is a way to take a break, people. It allows you to take a break. Quad, salute to my brother. Salute to my brother Quad. Q, what's good with you, Q? Right? It allows you to take a break. Alex R, salute. It allows you to take a break. That's what it allows you to do. And so people get comfortable in that shoulder roll because you don't have to be as active. You're just countering. So you're just reacting off of your opponent. You're not exerting a lot of energy. Right? So you can stand there in the shoulder roll like this, right? And just keep trying to deflect and catch your opponent's punches instead of walking forward. It takes more energy to walk forward and to keep somebody on the back foot. Darren Turner, my brother in the Super Chat, Ward out here talking about a draw. Boy, stop. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Charles Weaver, Ashanti L, salute. Dimitri Cohen, salute. It gave the judges an opportunity. See, I'm just glad that the judges understood that Teofimo Lopez allowed Lomachenko to have the success he was having, opposed to Lomachenko just organically having a success. No, it was John Burr, salute. It was Teofimo Lopez that started to get comfortable. BMC 227, salute. He started to get comfortable. And he fell in love because he started fatiguing as well. Jackie Robinson, salute. It takes a lot of mental and physical pressure to keep Lomachenko. You got to understand the pressure of the fight and the pressure of the moment, and everything else that goes along with it. So along with you physically having to keep pressure on Lomachenko, right? That takes a toll on you. So you saw him start to fade and to catch a break. So what happened was in that 7th round, he started to do so. Baron Jacobs, salute. And I was going at my screen and I'm like, no. Focus Fusion, salute. I was at my screen like, no. Don't get in love. Don't get comfortable with being comfortable. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. There's a difference. You got to stay comfortable with being uncomfortable. Don't get comfortable with being comfortable, because when you start to stand in that shoulder roll and you start to stand stationary, and you're just taking a couple of hop steps back instead of, pushing the fight forward, you get comfortable in that position because you can catch your breath. That's what happens.
Was it me, or when T was getting hit, he didn't look comfortable getting hit?
No, he didn't, Kurt. You know why? Because when he was getting hit, right? For one, he never got comfortable in the fight getting hit, because for the first half of the fight, he wasn't getting hit. So by the time he started getting hit, Loma was so accurate with his punches, and he was then trying to bend at the hip. He was Kurt. Did you see this? And this is why people got upset with me. Oh, Blue, man, you saying Devin Haney? Listen, because this is what I saw against a southpaw. I continue to watch all night Teofimo Lopez bend to his right against a southpaw. Lean at the Kurt. He was bending at the hips and leaning to his right the entire time against the southpaw. That is a no-no. That is a straight line for his left hand. Lomachenko didn't have to work. It just worked out that he didn't have Lomachenko, was so he was so occupied by worrying about Teofimo Lopez's return punches and power that he wasn't committing to the left hand. But Teofimo Lopez kept bending at the hip and ducking to his right, which kept allowing Lomachenko's left to be right there. So he was just when he got hit, Kurt, he was getting hit with clean punches. He wasn't deflecting them. They were all landing clean. That was the problem. That's why he didn't look comfortable, because he wasn't deflecting a lot of them. He was deflecting them when he was coming forward. He was absorbing them when he was stationary and bending at the hip. So he was allowing the left hand to come. So Lomachenko was, those tripling up the jab, boop, 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 and they was landing. And then he would lean away from the jab into his right, where Lomachenko's left was coming up. So he was uncomfortable. His body language didn't show comfort with getting hit with those punches because they was all clean. Kappa Shante in the super chat, the great hope has been silenced. Yeah. Black Cam TV, salute. You see what I'm saying? In no way, Quad, you saw a draw. No way. No way you saw a draw. First 6 rounds, Teofimo Lopez won the first 6 rounds, and he was getting ready to stop him in the 12th. He was getting ready to stop him in the 12th. So he won the first 6 rounds. Lomachenko didn't land double-digit punches until the 8th round. So there's no way nobody saw him winning those. He might have won 1 round out of the first 6 rounds, 6, 7 rounds, maybe 1 round. He didn't land double-digit punches until the 8th round. So there's no way we saw a draw. And then he clearly, he was on the verge of stopping him in the 12th, Kurt. He was on the verge of stopping him, and then that's another thing. He wasn't comfortable. Another thing I saw, Kurt, he wasn't comfortable with the roughhouse tactics, which surprised me because I thought it was going to be Loma that wasn't going to be comfortable. We know Loma's not comfortable with that, but Teofimo Lopez wasn't comfortable with those tactics. You see, he kept complaining to the ref. Right now, after the ref was like, "Just fight," he was like, "Okay, shrug it off." But that told me a lot. Those are indications. So when I saw that, Kurt, see, you got to understand, and then I'm gonna let you cook, Kurt. Devin Haney has a longer reach, and I think Devin Haney is slightly faster. He has slightly faster hand speed than Lomachenko, with a longer reach. And he has more active feet, right? Lomachenko uses, people say this, right? Oh, his educated, but it's uneducated. It's unnecessary at times, Lomachenko's foot movement. It's unnecessary. It's just that he has great stamina, so he gets away with it. But it's sometimes, how Manny Pacquiao does that stutter step, right? It works. The problem is he does it on a straight line. That's why Juan Manuel Marquez was able to counter him and knock him out, because he does that. You could time him because he does it on a straight line. Lomachenko does similar. He just do it laterally, right? But when he does it, if you're not out of position or you pivot with him, then it was pointless, because he don't throw a punch. He only throws a punch if you're in a vulnerable position. If he gets you out of position, he'll throw a punch because he knows there's nothing coming back, because he can't fight going backwards. So if he gets you out in a vulnerable position, he'll let his hands go. But if you pivot with him, When he does those little herky jerky movements and stutter steps and little quote unquote angles in the matrix and getting to the side of you, if you just pivot with him like Teofimo Lopez did on a number of occasions the other night, he just pivot with him and so he was still looking at him, he wouldn't let his hands go. So I saw a lot of telltale signs in the fight, which showed me that Devin Haney, if he double and triple up his jab from range, he could touch Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez, if he gets comfortable, there's no way he could stand in that in the shoulder roll in that Philly shell against Devin Haney. He can't do it because his reflexes don't work for that style of offense. I mean, that style of defense. You have to have a special how Liam, what is it? Liam dude from Taken. I got a special set of skills. Floyd Mayweather and James Toney, they were born to do that. They have a special set of skills that they were just born to be able to use that shoulder roll in the Philly shell. They are the Philly shell in the shoulder roll. They were born to do that. You can't. So many bosses today are trying to Liam Nelson. Yeah, thank you, Ellis, aka Tag. Yeah, so many people are trying to duplicate. You can't duplicate that. You can't. You can't. You can use it at times. See, the problem is with me, in my opinion, Kurt, is they don't know when to use it. See, everybody want to look. It looks good when Floyd do it, and he roll punches and he catch punches and he counter you off with it. But that's second nature. That's second nature to him. James Toney could stand right there in the phone booth with you, right, Kurt? Him and Pernell Whitaker, and just dipping at the hips, right? But that's just, you can't teach that. They just naturally see stuff coming, and they just can stand right. They're comfortable. For one, they're comfortable doing it, Kurt, because that's all they know. So they're comfortable in that position. James Toney is right there, bending him and Pernell Whitaker. Your hip is touching their hip, but you can't land a punch. They just dip into the left and dip into the right and dipping underneath, and it's like, what? You know, they just and the thing about it, Kurt, is people try to emulate it and they don't realize it's not their body movements, Kurt. Here's the biggest thing to me. It's not their body, the reflexes of their body. It is their eyes. It's their retinas. It's what they see. That's how they are able to slip those punches in those tight little areas, because their eyes are wide open, and their eyes can see these punches. They are truly like the Matrix, Kurt, because they see these punches coming, and they're able to do this dipping and bending at the hips and coming this way and catching this punch, and because they're visually catching it, not physically. Am I right or am I wrong, Kurt?
Great analysis, great breakdown. James Toney, Pernell Whitaker, they're God-given fighters, so they can do it. It's organic. It's not organic with Teofimo Lopez. He's trying to adopt it, and it's a big difference. Or Floyd Mayweather does it, like you said, it's second nature. You know, but you can't just stand still doing it. See, that's the thing. Like Adrian Broner, that's why he wasn't successful. You have to move, depending on which way your opponent is moving or they style. Floyd Mayweather can use it because he's been doing it since he was a little boy. You know, Georgie Benton been doing it since, he was young. And James Toney, they can fight off the ropes with it. They could do anything. They can slip punches. It takes great skill to do that. But I wish Teo wouldn't do that. He needs to work on his defense. He's a good fighter, man. But he has a lot of upside. But see, what Teo problem is going to be is this. How much athletically with perpetual rhythmic motion has he's going to have in the tank when he fights a Devin Haney or Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis? See, now, or all those young guys, Blue and Chat, whoever has the boxing IQ along with those physical attributes, that's what's going to be on top. Because the things that Teo did with Loma, he's not going to be able to do with anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're going to have athleticism just like he has. But see, it's levels now. So now you go to the next level, which is boxing IQ. So if you can mix the boxing IQ with the perpetual motion, whoever has that is going to be on top.
Exactly. And Rocky Rodriguez, he said, I disagree. Teo uses the Philly shell offensively like Zab. No, you got to go back and watch Zab Judah. How we have listen, we're not going to continue until we get 500 likes. There's no way we have 240 likes. No way. Smash the like button. We got almost 600 people. We should have at least 500 likes. We are not going to continue until y'all get the likes up to 500. We got special guests coming on. We all types of stuff. We are not going to continue until you get the likes up to 500, man. Smash the like button. Smash it. It's free. Smash the like button. Smash it. Get the likes all the way up to 500. I don't know why we got to. If we don't say it, smash the like button. Y'all won't smash it. Battle Ready Fitness, my brother in the super chat. Salute. He said, Philip Gamers. Okay, see you later. Battle Ready Fitness and Defense. Salute to you, King. He said they have to understand what the style and what it takes to make it work. Quick reflexes are a must for Philly shell. That's a fact. And so the fact that he's saying, smash the like button, get the likes up, get it up. Yeah, Kurt. So he's saying, smash it, get it up to 500. Smash the like button, get the likes up. We'll just salute everybody till y'all get the likes up. PA player, what's good? Where you been at, man? Brian Francis, salute. Buddy Road Trucks, Trap Sports, salute. Taquan Savage, my brother, salute in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue. Salute to you, King. School of Skills, what's good with you, King? JMG, salute, what's good? Brian Francis, salute. I think because the like button is usually out of sight when you join the chat. Yeah, that's the case sometimes. Reggie Cheese, salute. Saul Reaper X, salute. Steve J, salute. Joe Ferguson, Xavier Flores, salute. Smash it, man. Get the likes all the way up. Smash the like button, support and donate to the channel. Get the likes to 500, man. We got almost 600 people and 200 likes. Smash the like button. Jerome Jones, salute. Sosa Moore, salute. Ishmael Malone, what's good? How you feeling, King? And Simeon Speed, salute. Ra, salute. Darian Garcia, salute. Nelson Seals, Sojourner, salute. What's good with you? Smash that like button, my peoples. So yeah, Kurt, when it came to Zab Judah, you mistaken. You think Zab Judah just came out in the Philly in the shoulder roll? That's not what he did at all. D-Stacks TV, salute. He what he did was what Zab Judah did was salute to D-Stacks TV, So Focus 504, salute. My brother, Panama Poppy 4000, salute. Lomachenko is the best and he can't beat him. Lomachenko is the best still, and he can't beat him. Who can't beat him? Trey Hampton, salute. Who can't beat him? Domingo 101, salute. Kennedy Adams, salute. Haney can't beat Lomachenko? Come on, man, stop it. That'll be an easy fight. I think Lomachenko might win 3 rounds, because Devin Haney is going to press forward, and he's too athletic, and he could do it from a distance. He's never going to allow Lomachenko to get on the inside consistently. Teofimo Lopez allowed Lomachenko to make his way on the inside and live on the inside when he did so. Terrell Miller, salute. And he did so when Lomachenko, when he understood that Lomachenko when Lomachenko absolutely needed it. He had to have it. And Teofimo Lopez allowed him to close that gap. He outboxed. See, this is what people can't they can't stomach, Kurt. They can't accept the fact that Lomachenko was getting outboxed. See, they would have accepted it if Teofimo Lopez was his power was the reasoning for the loss, right? Just like they can't stomach the Errol Spence fight with Mikey Garcia because size didn't play the part. It was simply listen what he said. It's the last time I'm gonna respond because you're not even being realistic. Jordan B, salute. He's talking about Lopez got lucky. Come on, brother. What are you talking about? How could he get lucky winning the first 7 rounds outboxing him? Stop it. So they can't accept the fact that this Vasiliy Lomachenko, who is supposed to be the matrix and the best pure boxer in the game of boxing today, he showed he's anything but that. He got outboxed for the first 7 rounds. Clearly, he got outboxed for the first 7 rounds. Jojo, salute. And again, it wasn't until he decided to stand in the pocket and just stay stationary and try to use a counterpunch shoulder roll. And another thing, Kurt, I want to say to you, and I want you to talk about this too, Kurt. Another thing was he was becoming predictable. He was staying stationary, and his counterpunch, even though he had success with it early, he kept trying to land the uppercut. Now, early it was landing, but Lomachenko made a slight adjustment to that as he was coming in because he started putting his glove there to catch it. So, but Teofimo Lopez continued to try to land it, and I understand. So he was throwing it unconsciously, right? But you was throwing it without anything coming behind it. If you're gonna do that, he should have followed it with a left hook, because Lomachenko was there for the left hook. Daniel Stanley, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue Bud and Kurt Sugar. This is a public announcement. Lomachenko lost. Lomachenko gave away the first 5 rounds. Your thoughts? He gave around the first 6 rounds to me. Flip Mo, salute. He gave around the first 6 rounds to me. But what you think about that, Kurt?
Well, the first 7 rounds, I had it 6 rounds to 1 in Teo's favor. Teo made this fight harder than what it's supposed to be, but you're right about the uppercut. Plus, he threw a couple of uppercuts too far away, but Lomachenko didn't have the length to counter that. You got to be careful, and it was becoming predictable. So you throw the uppercut can be a gift and a curse because it generates a lot of power that's coming underneath, and you could throw it too wide and get countered like Holyfield did Buster Douglas. So you have to be careful. And I don't like predictable fighters because he started catching it. Plus, it landed on the chest 1 or 2 times. It was on the side of the head, side of the jaw. That's because Lomachenko was getting his head off the line. But I'm not here to criticize Teo. We're talking in general terms, and it was a good performance. It could have been easier. So I just got a feeling that, I don't know, Blue, for some reason, those lightweight belts are going to change hands on multiple occasions. I don't know what it is. I just got a feeling that's going to happen because they're all talented. They all have their flaws and they all have their strength. They can all fight, but I can see them beating each other, because of styles. Mayorga beating Forrest, and then Forrest beating Mosley, and Mosley beating Mayorga. That's how boxing usually go. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I just got that feeling. But Lomachenko, I was shocked by his ineffectiveness. I mean, he was lost. He was lost. It showed. The only thing he could do is run around the ring, because them body shots was bothering him. So he had to move his whole body out the way because he didn't want to get hit with him. So that was smart. But it was Teo's father who really broke down Lomachenko's style, because I remember he said, you see, he does all that. He do a lot of nothing. Put it like that. He'll move side to side, and he'll throw out a weak jab, and he'll, paw with punches to get you out of position and all that. But see, Teo has a lot of athletic ability, plus he's strong, and it changed the whole complexion of the fight. And I can only imagine what Lomachenko was thinking, like, damn, he had to sell out just to get himself back into the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Kurt. And that's my thing. He showed all of these flaws. And as far as like the belts changing hands, I think once Devin Haney gets his hands on the belt, first of all, Kurt, none of them going to stay in there much longer. Smash the like button, get the likes to 500. We should have 500 likes, 420 likes. Get the likes up to 500 right now, Kurt. But Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, when they fight each other, Kurt, I think it's it. They both moving up. I think they both at that point. I think I can't see either one of them staying there. They already moonlighting with it. You know what I mean, Kurt?
I agree.
Yeah, they already both. Devin Haney been talking about going to 140 for quite some time now. He's just sticking around, but I think he's mainly sticking around because he wants that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. Because he knows if he goes to 140, he's never going to get that fight. Tank Davis is never going to 140. And then before Devin Haney knows it, he'll be at 47. So he'll never get that Gervonta Tank Davis fight if he leaves the division. So I think he's looking at it like this, from this standpoint. Okay, I beat Gamboa in a more dramatic fashion, and then I look to get Teofimo Lopez or Tank Davis. If he gets Teofimo Lopez for all the belts at 135, he's gone. He's gone. He's not going to defend. It would be great if he could stay there and defend it against Tank. That would be massive. If Devin Haney could beat Gamboa, then he beats Teofimo Lopez, and then he gets Tank, right? His frame puts me in the mindset that he could stay there for maybe 2 more fights. Teofimo Lopez, if he was to beat Devin Haney, he can't stay there. You can see his physique. Fly High 89, my brother in the Super Chat, Salute Blue, didn't even get a notification. We need that Haney versus Lopez after Haney wins. I think we're going to get it. I'm almost certain we're going to get it. But Kurt, the frame-wise, I think that Teofimo Lopez could stick around. I mean, Devin Haney could stick around slightly longer than Teofimo. Teofimo's frame is just too big to stay at 135. I just can't see it. Naturally, he's getting older and he's outgrown the division. So I think one more fight at 35, Devin Haney for Teofimo Lopez, he wins, he's gone. Devin Haney, if he beats Teofimo Lopez, he can stick around for Tank if that fight presents itself. If not, he's gone. Right? But imagine what it would do for Devin Haney if he could beat Teofimo Lopez for undisputed, then defend his undisputed belts against Tank Davis and win that fight, and then go to 40. He's on the verge of being a Hall of Fame at that point. Those 2 massive fights would be enormous for early part of his career. Then he goes up to 140, and I don't know the players at 140 at that point in time because Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, they're gone. They're both very big, Kurt. They're both 5'10 and a half, nearly 5'11. They're both bigger than Errol Spence. If you see, I never seen Josh Taylor in person. I saw Jose Ramirez in person. Kurt, Jose Ramirez is bigger than Errol Spence. You ever seen Jose Ramirez in person, Kurt?
No.
He's bigger than Errol Spence. And this dude go to 140. 7 pounds south of Errol Spence. Imagine. That's why I think he's not he's looking sluggish in his last couple of fights, Jose Ramirez. I think he's just trying to stick around there just for accomplishments to beat Josh Taylor, and then he's looking to get up out of there. But he's huge, Kurt. He's huge.
Well, I'll tell you, good news from that. I'm glad you brought up that fight are in negotiations because Jack Catterall said he wasn't going to step inside, but he stepped aside a couple of weeks ago, and he's going to get paid handsomely. So that makes way for Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor to fight. They're looking to stage the fight February and March. So that's very good news. They're definitely going to fight. It's going to get done. They're both big, man. You know, after that unification fight, I believe undisputed. I don't know. I lost track, but
yes,
I think they're both gone. Undisputed. Yeah, that's good. I like to see undisputed champions. They're going to be welterweights, and Ortiz and is going to be looking to take their heads off. But
But
it
don't
makes a
forget,
big difference. Okay,
don't forget, Kurt. They got remember they got a direct line to Terrence Crawford, the winner of that fight, especially if
absolutely.
it's
Yep.
Jose Ramirez.
Absolutely, that fight will get made in no time, and I already know what's going to happen. But when you move up in weight, that's when things get dangerous. I'm hearing today, source telling me that there's interest drumming up already.
Kurt, you sound like a robot. You sound like a robot again. Now I can't hear you at all.
No, I ain't saying that. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now, Clay.
I don't know. I live 5 minutes from Newark Airport. I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but
yeah, I can
it's
hear
going
you
to be
crystal clear right now.
I don't know what the hell, but it's going to be very interesting in the next year and a half. See how things play out in boxing from 135 to 160, because there's some welterweights might move up, some junior welterweights may move up to welterweight, and the lightweights is going to move up to junior welterweight division. And those 5 pounds, believe it or not, sometimes fighters don't carry their punch up to the next weight, even though they're so close together. So I want to see what happens in the very near future, the next year or so.
Yeah, I agree, Kurt. It's some exciting fights on the way, man, on the cusp. So yeah, Kurt. So but Teofimo Lopez was saying that he want Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor winner, and I'm gonna tell you this: I don't like those fights for him. Either one.
Bad matchup. Bad matchup. If Josh Taylor beats Ramirez, he's not a beaten. Taylor's big, plus he can box, plus he's rough on the inside. He proved that against Porgrave. He's not an easy guy to fight, and that's a terrible matchup for Teofimo for both guys. Ramirez win, terrible matchup. If Taylor win, terrible. I don't like for Teofimo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Kurt. Like if he gets comfortable standing that shoulder roll with them, he can't. He has to get more experience fighting on the inside, because those dudes are huge. He's 5 foot. He didn't look much bigger than Lomachenko, so he can't be no more than 5'7", 5'8". And he don't have the reach. They have a extensive reach. They have a very long reach, and they have power. They're big guys that are forcing themselves down to 140. They're natural 147-pound fighters that are dieting and draining themselves down to 40. So imagine, by the time they rehydrate against Teofimo Lopez, yeah, he'll be stronger than he is at 135, but they're gonna have they're gonna have reach. They're gonna be those punches that Lomachenko was landing. There's no way he could allow Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez to land them punches. No, sir. No, sir. You can't. I said Floyd was 5'8". Yeah, but see this, that's the difference. Floyd Mayweather's style is more suitable to compete against bigger guys because he has educated movement. So he can move around. He can stay away. Floyd Mayweather control the pace. Devin Haney could control the pace. Shakur Stevenson can control the pace. They thought that Vasiliy Lomachenko can control the pace. No, Teofimo Lopez showed you he can control the pace. He controlled the pace, Teofimo Lopez. Not Vasiliy Lomachenko. He could not control the pace. Hey, Kurt, did you see Vasiliy Lomachenko? Because I said this already. He didn't make any adjustments. None. It was just that Teofimo Lopez decided to stand stationary and be a counterpuncher. He made the adjustment for no reason. If he would have pushed the fight, Kurt, in my opinion, if he would have pushed the fight as he did in the first floor, he would have won this fight. There wouldn't even be a discussion. It was an easy fight. Easy. He decided to stand and let Lomachenko have success. Am I right or am I wrong, Kurt?
You're exactly right. I thought the same thing. I started yelling at the TV, "What are you doing?" Because even though I picked Loma, my heart was with Teofimo. I wanted to see him win. And those rounds, I don't know what he was doing. He, like you said, Blue, and you were right, he got too comfortable. You know, you can't do that in a high-profile fight. You cannot take your foot off your next opponent. You can't do that. You have to close it out. Okay, if you don't get the knockout, that's fine. But you could have won that fight 11-1 easy.
Easy.
Rounds one easy.
He could have did that. He could have got Kurt. I'm like, all you got to do after the 6th round. I'm like, all you got to do is win one more round. Win one more round convincingly, and then get one of the championship rounds. That's all you got to do. Win one more round convincingly and win one of the championship rounds. This is easy. Good thing for that's what I said. The Akondo Sammy Hassan, A17 Boxing B, salute. Elliot Burgess, salute. Steve J, salute. A good thing for him. The judges said they saw what we saw. It wasn't that Lomachenko made an adjustment. Merc Son, salute. Logan 03, salute. It wasn't that he made an adjustment. They saw that Teofimo Lopez made an adjustment, and he allowed Lomachenko to come on the inside, because at that point in time, I think this is what I think. Xavier Flores, salute. Top Flight Security, salute. Rome Farrat, what's good with you, King? Salute. Life Eon, Big Jag, Xavier Flores, salute. This is what I thought, Kurt, and let me know if I'm awful or am I wrong. Dapper Douglas, salute. I think that Teofimo Lopez decided, okay, I'm a Roger, salute. I think I wore him down enough with the body punches that I can stand in the pocket now. Benjamin Harrington, salute. Galvatron, salute. I can stand in the pocket now and start landing big and sit down on my punches. Start landing big, clean punches up top, right? J. Miguel D. Valley, salute. Who we got? The Cyan God 1. Baron Jacob, salute. Scrangy, salute. Jermaine Johnson, what's good with you, brother? Yeah, smash the like button. How many likes we got? Kareem Ebanks, salute. We got 700 people. We should have at least 550 likes now. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 550. Y'all know that 1 hour mark, we should be at 550, man. We got 700 people. We should have at least 550 likes. So I thought that Rashid Khan, salute. I thought that he started to feel like he started to wear Loma down with those when he was pressing him. Prince to Amir, salute. Ragman, salute. And I think that he started to say, I can sit on my punches now. But he couldn't. It wasn't time. It wasn't time. Because Lomachenko, regardless of we highlight his flaws. Loving Down Gaither, salute. He's still a great fighter. He's still a very, very great fighter. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 600. We got 700 people. Let's get it up to 600. But Kurt, he's a great fighter. He's a great boxer. He could be one-dimensional at times. He's a front runner, Kurt. He got to come forward. He got to come forward. If you force him to change directions, he can't make adjustments. So Tariq 203, salute. Lloyd Lawrence, UK, salute. Mr. Kaboom, salute. So Kurt, when I think that was Teofimo Lopez misjudged, thinking that he was right there. Now I can sit down on my punches and use my size as an advantage, and that wasn't the case. Mr. King Palmer, salute. Am I right, Kurt? You on mute, Kurt? Yeah, I can hear you now.
I saw the mistakes he was making, Teofimo. That was inexperience. There's many ways to be. See, his game plan was very experienced, but the way he was thinking as a fighter was very inexperienced because, like you said, he got comfortable and he started making mistakes. He misjudged Teo. He misjudged Lomachenko. Sorry. He should have. When something works, he has to. A fighter can't deviate from the game plan. That was his biggest mistakes. You gotta keep on what's working for you. That's a basic sin, a cardinal rule, I should say, in the sport of boxing. Mayweather would never did that. Good fighters, if they're successful at one thing, they would never change up. They're going to keep doing the same thing, But Teo, he did the opposite. He changed up and let Lomachenko in the fight. And I know he was trying to run Lomachenko to that uppercut, but it became predictable, and that's the mistake he made.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm saying, Kurt. It was like he thought he was there. He was ripe for the picking. Now's the time. Let me go ahead. It wasn't time. Black Power, salute. It wasn't time. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't time. He wasn't ready yet. Lomachenko is experienced. And another thing is 22 Machiavelli the Don, salute. Booksondex.net, salute. Henry B, salute. Bumpy Thompson, my brother, what's good with you? Salute. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 600, my people. Smash that like button. Let's get the likes to 600. Aaron Grant, salute. So a thing is, Kurt, my thing is this, right, Kurt, is that I think they underestimated Lomachenko's. He is he's physically great, meaning that his stamina, he's always in shape. Like Floyd Mayweather. Old gun, salute. He's G5_gay, my brother, salute. He's always in shape. So you ain't gonna just wear him down 6 rounds going to the body, and all those punches wasn't even landing. It was active, but they wasn't all landing. A few good, great, clean punches got through. Domingo 1-on-1, Godson Franco, salute. Right? Gaby Burgess, salute. BBG, salute. A few big punches got through to the body, but it was just the activity of going to the body. But it wasn't like you was just sitting down on all your punches and just wearing them down. No, you should have kept going. The movement along with your body work was starting to take a toll. Remember Andre Ward, Smooth Groove Boxing, my brother in the super chat, just tipping some of my winnings. Thank you, Lopez. Salute to my brother, Smooth Groove Boxer. Remember Andre Ward said, well, his body's starting to show redness, him and Timothy Bradley. His body's starting to show a little bit of redness now. Keep going. Keep going. You don't slow up. You see a little redness now. It's like, remind me of, remember the movie Bloodsport? Remember the big dude, DOG 215, salute. Remember the big dude got he dropped a bolo and he started, yeah, got him. Remember, and John Cole Van Damme was like, no, what are you doing? Stay on him. That's what I was saying to the screen. I'm like, what are you doing? Stay on him. What you think, Curry?
That's funny you mentioned Bloodsport because it's getting ready to come on in a few minutes on cable. It's crazy. Yeah, but like I said, a good fighter would never deviate when he has success. It was just inexperience on Teo's part, but his father, that's what the training's for. A father, his trainer should have been like, keep going to the body. Don't abandon your jab. Those were the two things that was working for him over time. Sometimes you could neutralize a fighter with one punch or one maneuver, and that was the jab and the body shot because he didn't want to get hit to the body. That's why he kept moving out the way. He didn't try to block it. He was moving his whole body. So I knew the body shots was bothering him. He's a smaller man, but I don't know how much Teo weighed in that fight, but I'll be surprised if he don't go to 140 in a fight or two. But like you said, when you said it 15 minutes ago, but I think he's gonna learn from this fight. I think when he studies the fight, he'll probably say like, I should have did this better. I can be better than what I showed. He didn't look comfortable with the roughhouse tactics, and the inside really threw me for a loop because I was thinking that if Lomachenko lands some punches, it would not have an effect on him, but I was wrong. It did. Teo don't like to get hit like that. And that's not a good sign because if Lomachenko would have landed a few more punches, the whole fight would have turned. But, he stood his ground and he fought back. So that showed me he has heart. In the 12th round, he was like, come on. So that showed me a lot, and then plus he hurt Lomachenko. Lomachenko tried to take the fight from him, and Teo took it back. So it was a good performance. He beat a very good fighter. Lomachenko's a good fighter because those uppercuts would have landed on the average fighter. He got his head off the line. So that shows me his thinking, his mental was still in the fight. He just couldn't do things physically.
Physically, he was at a disadvantage. Logging 03, my brother in the super chat, appreciate you. My brother, the real McCoy, salute. Yeah, smash the like button, get the likes up. Super Mac time, salute. Smash the like button, get the likes up to 600. Yeah, that's my thing, Kurt. Like you said, it's the inexperience, and that's a great point because I think next go round he won't be inexperienced. He'll be. That was a great learning lesson for him. That was a great learning lesson. Quentin Gilliam, salute. And Kurt, I want to talk about this. Gervonta Tank Davis missed a huge opportunity, Kurt, because this could have been him. This could have been him. Because I think that Gervonta Tank Davis would have been able to do the same thing. I think Gervonta Tank Davis would have been able to stop Vasiliy Lomachenko. Because he's more consistent and more relentless than Teofimo Lopez. So he would not have his body punches would have been more heavy and more meaningful than Teofimo Lopez's. He would have came with Gervonta Tank Davis when he go to the body is different. Elite Taxes, salute. My brother Real McCoy in the super chat, salute. Appreciate you, King. Right, Kurt, when he goes to the body, it's different. And so now he missed the golden opportunity, Kurt. He missed a golden opportunity. Because now the talk of the town is Teofimo Lopez when the talk of the town should have been Gervonta Tank Davis. Because now he's playing catch up now, Kurt. Now the big fight everybody want to see is Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. Now that's the big fight everybody want to see. Not that we don't want to see Gervonta Tank Davis injected into this. That's not what I'm saying. Mr. De Niro, salute. But he allowed them to catch up with him as far as stardom and status. And now Teofimo Lopez, they might have surpassed him, Kurt. They might have surpassed him as far as star status. This was his opportunity. This was his opportunity, Kurt.
Now, I don't think.
Go ahead, Kurt.
Oh, go ahead, Blue.
No,
I don't
go
think he had. I don't think he had enough confidence because I'd like to work up, but I don't think he was sure he can beat Lomachenko. Because remember, I said the bigger the lie, the more people believe. You know, everybody believed the hype about Lomachenko. I didn't think he was that good. No, I didn't think he was great, ever great. I don't use the word great loosely. He's a good fighter, but Tank thinking he was the Matrix and he didn't want to take it. That fight was right there to be made. Either him, Tank or Floyd didn't want that fight, and Teal took advantage. And you right now he has to play the back end and wait for Haney and Teal. The only thing he can do to keep his name hot is go out there and knock out a 4-time world champion in Santa Cruz. If he does that in spectacular fashion, he remains right there, and then until he makes his move. But if he barely wins or loses or wins a majority decision, then people are gonna look at Tank funny. But the only thing he can do is go out there and knock Santa Cruz out and keep his name, in people's mouths. And but he gotta wait now because it's Haney and Teal who has the big stage right now.
Yeah, and Boxing and Barbecue, salute. Michael Show, salute. S.TV, salute. Who else we missing? Don, salute. JMJ21, my brother, salute. Cut West, salute. Yeah, Kurt, now, because they did it at a high level and they're big fighters. He's fighting a guy that's only had one fight at 130 in Leo Santa Cruz. So now everybody's looking like Leo Santa Cruz is a small guy. You have to knock out Leo Santa Cruz now if you're Gervonta Tank Davis. The worst thing that could happen for him was Teofimo Lopez winning the fight, especially in the manner he did. If Teofimo Lopez would have won a very close fight, Evans, Lario, salute. If he Ronald Harrod, salute. If he would have won, Raiders fan, salute. If he would have won a close fight, or Lomachenko would have won, it wouldn't have been so bad, right? Because it's expected, right, Kurt? You expect most people expected Lomachenko to win. But now Teofimo Lopez went in there with 15 fights. 15 fights at 23. Tank is 25, going on 26. And how many fights Tank got, Kurt?
What, 25?
Got to have 24. 24, 25
Something
fights.
like that.
So
I never close. I know
he
it's
nearly
close.
doubles Teofimo Lopez's fights. And he's 25 on 26. And Teofimo Lopez comes in there with one meaningful fight against Richie Coleman. And does that to Lomachenko. And his power didn't come into play.
That's why when you have a young fighter, I like a guy, a trainer or his team to just throw him in there. Either he going to sink or swim. You know, why wait? They waited a little bit too long for Tank. Now he fighting Santa Cruz, a smaller guy, but he has a name. I wonder where you're going to go from here. Teal is ahead of everybody because he knocked off Lomachenko. That's supposedly pound for pound. I still thought it was Crawford, but he beat Lomachenko. So Ryan Garcia is fighting Luke Campbell. I think he's going to knock Campbell out. I say Tank knocks out Santa Cruz, but Lomachenko is better than him. So Teal's going to have a heads up. Let's see what happens to Haney because if Gamboa comes in shape and he has experience, now I got Haney to win, but in boxing, anything can happen, man. Anything can happen. I've seen it. We all have seen it a million times. So I'm expected Haney to win, and then they're going to talk, especially in spectacular fashion. Then it's going to be Haney and Teal. That's a hot fight right now. And Tank, he just got to wait his turn. But I blame his team. They moved him a little too slow.
It's Stormy. Salute, Stormy. Stormy said Tank fighting more showcase fights than Teal. Yeah, they're showcase fights, but they're not more meaningful fights. See, that's the difference. Right? And you got to look at it from this standpoint. Who is better on Tank's resume than Richard Coleman? Because Richard Coleman would be favored in all those fights. Now, didn't Richard Coleman, he lost to Robert Easter, right? And who else did he lose? Did he lose to Pedraza, Richard Coleman?
No, Dennis Shakovov, something like that, the Russian guy.
Right. Bay Area business. Salute, my brother in the super chat. He says, salute, big bro. Keep up the great work. Salute to you, King. So that's what I'm saying. Who would you favor on Tank's resume right now? Would you favor Leo Santa Cruz over Richard Coleman? No. So now, right now, we have the Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford effect going on right now with Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis. Jupiter B, my brother in super chat. People consider Tank a KO artist. He said KOing Leo Santa Cruz will just have them wave it off as I'm being bigger. Oh, okay, yeah. Would be better to outbox. T.O. didn't need Loma. Facts. Salute to Michael Rogers in the super chat. TMT been marinating take too long. Now he late. That's a fact. That's how I look at it. Because this is how I'm looking at it. Yeah, facts. Right? Because and smash the like button, man. We should have 700 likes. At least 650 likes. Smash the like button. Right? So here's the thing. Right? Marco Padilla, salute. So here's the thing. Right? You got to look at it from this standpoint. Richard Coleman I would favor him to beat Yoriokas Gamboa, and Richard Coleman would beat Pedraza. Those are the two best guys on Tank's resume. And now he's going to fight Leo Santa Cruz. Richard Coleman would beat Leo Santa Cruz. Too hard of a puncher and too accurate. He would beat Leo Santa Cruz. So now Teofimo Lopez, he's like, look, I got the two. Look at my resume compared to his. So yeah, you've been doing it longer, like Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence. Yeah, you've been doing it longer, but who's doing it better? So I agree, Stormy. He is fighting showcase fights, but he's not fighting the more meaningful and the harder fights. That's the difference. So am I off base by saying that, Kurt?
Now remember, Teal's a 3-1 underdog. That's big. That's a huge underdog right there. And he upset the odds. People love when you're the underdog and the guy you're not supposed to beat. That puts you on another level. And like I said, Teal has all the momentum right now. But I just want to go off topic with Tank. Tank looks in tremendous shape, man. How that's going to play out in the fight, we'll see. But I was watching All Access, and you said something about Blue. He's at 135.4 weight wise. He looks in tremendous shape, and I think Tank is going to win by knockout. And I also think Ryan Garcia, for some reason, is going to obliterate Luke Campbell's suit. I just got that feeling about Ryan Garcia. He's going to obliterate Luke Campbell.
It's salute, Stormy. Yeah, that Stormy. I wasn't registering what you were saying. You know, Stormy said that's what I was saying, Kurt. That's the showcase fight. You're right. That's what. I'm reading your comments, Stormy, at the same time looking at other people's comments. Pardon me for that, Stormy. Yeah, you're right. That's what I was agreeing with you, Stormy, but I was reading somebody else's comment. Pardon me. Quentin Gilliam, my brother in the super chat, he said you can be a fan of a boxer and not like the moves his team makes and criticize them. Money team need to put Tank in good fights. I agree, bro. I agree, man. Salute to my brother David Bohannon. He said we got 598 likes. Let's get the likes to 700, my peoples. Yeah, Kurt. So, and Stormy, I'm going to be sending you a link as well. And my brother Gilbert Rodriguez. I'll be sending y'all a link in a second. So yeah, Kurt. I wanted to get me and Kurt's stuff out, and then we let y'all come on and speak y'all. But I want to let me and Kurt get in on this first. So how do you see, Kurt? How do you see Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez playing out? And before you answer that, Kurt, you know that they FaceTime each other yesterday, and they pretty much agreed that this is the fight they're gonna have. They want to have next. Teofimo Lopez already said he wants this fight. He said Teofimo Lopez says Devin Haney wants to fight. He's going to accept it. That's what he said. Now, there's a couple of questions in this one. There's a few things I'm getting ready to throw at you, Kurt, because Bob Arum said that he'll make the fight, but he's not doing it on pay-per-view. So I want to know if you believe that's going to stand in the way. What you think about them communicating with one another, and how do you think the fight is going to play out?
Well, Bob Arum not putting it on pay-per-view is good for the fans, great for the fans, bad for the fighters because they will be getting less money. But nonetheless, I don't care. I just want to see it happen, pay-per-view or not. That's number one. Number two, this is another difficult fight to break down. But see, the fight is going to change because of Haney's footwork, and he's long. And I think if Haney jabs and be smart, he can win. But Teofimo can win too because sometimes Haney throws long punches, and you don't want to throw long punches, and because you get countered with a short shot. I want to see what happens with Haney November 7th, see how he look. I didn't like the way Teofimo responded when he got hit by punches. It just fighters have this thing where it's two ways, Blue. When they get hit, they poker face like Canelo. It doesn't bother him one bit. And there's a fighter who, when he get hit, he gets rattled, not only physically but mentally. It seems like he's uncomfortable and he's ready to fall apart emotionally. But it's a tough fight. I give the edge to Teo. It's a close fight right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if Haney wins. Those lightweights with Garcia, the usual suspects, and Teo and Haney, they can beat each other. It could be like a murderer's row where they beat each other. They fought multiple times, but even though we say they're going to be going up to the heavier weights, I'll give the edge to Teo. But if that fight happens down the road, let's see how Haney looks November 7th, because Teo has fought the better competition. I like the fighter when he fights good competition. He has the edge. He has athletic ability, but the fight is going to change because of the length and footwork of Devin Haney.
Yeah, So I like what you think about their mindset though, Kurt, with them. And before you get to that, Dolly Antoinette, peace and blessings to you, Queen, in the super chat. She said, King Blue, blessings to you. What's up, my fellow New Jersey and Kurt? Smash the like button, kings and queens. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, Queen. Smash that like button, my peoples. My brother Money Brown TV in the building in the chat room. Go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. Hey, Money, I'm gonna send you a link in a little while. Malik Omar, salute. So what you think about their mindset though, Kurt? Immediately, this is what we asked for. Immediately following, Kurt, they on FaceTime.
I want to salute Dahlia. What's up, New Jersey Queen? I saw that they was FaceTiming each other and they both accepted each other's challenge. And that's the way it should be in boxing. The best fight the best. And they're two young fighters. We don't gotta wait 5 years down the road. I truly believe, Blue, in chat, that this fight is going to happen and this will be for lightweight supremacy. Like I said, I get Teal the edge, but I can see Haney winning because they're both athletically gifted. And Haney's feet is better. So I want to see what happens November 7th, like I said, but I like both guys. This is a fight between two good guys, two guys that have charismatic personalities. I like Haney's mindset because remember something, he wanted the Lomachenko fight. He called him out multiple times, and Loma must have known something because he ain't want no smoke with Devin. So I look at that too. I can't forget that too. So that tells me Devin wants to fight the best as well. So they're gonna meet up, and this is what boxing does. Sometimes pressure bust pipes, meaning that they have to fight each other no matter what. It's just it'll be a duck if Haney don't fight Teal and Teal don't fight Haney. So they're gonna want to fight each other, and I can't tell you winner, but I do get right now. I give the edge to Teal, but that could change in the near future.
Yep. Johnny Player, salute to you, King. The Last Word TV, salute. I'm rolling with Devin Haney. I think Devin Haney gonna win. Kendrick Ryle, salute. I think he's just more versatile. I think that his reflexes are a little bit quicker than Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo Lopez have the edge and power. But I think that Devin Haney's movement is going to give him problems. I think Devin Haney's going to make him miss a lot. His body. He's not going to have success going to Devin Haney's body because of Devin Haney's movement and Devin Haney's jab. But you never know, right? But that I just don't see that. But another thing I want to ask you, Kurt, is we're gonna bring in Zaire Rahim back in too, Kurt. We're gonna bring him back in at 5 o'clock.
Yes, indeed.
What was I going to say to you, Kurt? Oh, how do you see a fight with with Tank Davis and Teofimo Lopez? Because they've been, Teofimo Lopez was calling him out as well. He's like, man, this dude is fighting a guy that's a little guy, and we doing all the heavy lifting up here. When you guys want to give him all the accolades. So how you see a fight with Teofimo Lopez and Gervonta Tank Davis playing now? That's one, Kurt. I can't. You just can't see it. I just can't see an ending. I can't see a hand raise. I just can't see it. What you think, Kurt?
This is another fight I have problems breaking down. Oh man, boy, that's a tough one. I don't know what to say about that fight. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know, Blue. I don't got no answers for you. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking right now as I'm talking to you. I'm trying to visualize the fight and my mind's going blank. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll give a little edge to Tio because of the opponent, but I can't, just keep going off that. But we all know in boxing, when you fight the better opponent, it just seems like your skills resonates more than the guy who's fighting lesser opponents. Tank punching power, though. He's a hell of a puncher at 130. 135, he's a good puncher. And plus, I like his body attack. He has a vicious body attack that nobody don't really talk about. And plus, the right hook to the head. I see him bloody people nose and he just knocks people dead with that punch. I don't know. That's a that's a tough fight. Like I said, I could see them beating each other. But the guy that surprised me the most is Ryan Garcia, his mindset, because he always bring up Muhammad Ali and Sugar Ray Robinson's name. And plus he's with Canelo, plus he has a good trainer in Reynoso. So I have to look at him and two, because I wasn't high on Ryan Garcia and he still makes mistakes with his chin up in the air, but I think he's getting better and he may sneak up on everybody, depending what happens December 5th. But Tank and Teofimo, I don't know, man. I don't know. But those fights stop me, so I got to think about that breakdown. I have to do some more film study, man, and break the fight down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, Curtis. That's why I said I wanted to get your opinion, because I'm in the same boat. Joseph Nicholas, salute. What's good with you, King? Put it right there. I'm in the same boat as you, Kurt. I can't see a winner. I just can't. I don't know what I'm missing.
There's a lot of unanswered questions about Tank. I want to see how he look against Santa Cruz. Even though he's a lighter guy, he's still a 4-time world champion. He's the best fighter that Tank has had so far. Gamboa had an injury and he was past it. But let me see with Leo Santa Cruz, because he throws a lot of punches. He stayed busy. I just want to see how Tank does with a busy fighter. I believe he's going to knock Santa Cruz out. It's easy, because if he goes to Santa Cruz body, he can get him out of there. But we have to see, because things are different in big fights. If, fighters does crazy things, they not as sharp, they nervous, a lot of nervous energy. I don't Tank be like that, but we just have to wait and see. There's still a lot of unanswered questions. That's what makes it so intriguing, the lightweights. Mm-hmm. Smoke ain't clear yet.
Yep. 24 Geezy, salute. Alex Kane, Juan Rodati, salute. Nick Silvio, what's good with you? Darlin James, salute. Yeah, Curry, I'm in agreement with you, man. We got some great boxing, man, because it's just difficult, man. Some of these fights is difficult to pick, man. I just can't see a winner, So another thing is, like you said, Ryan Garcia and Luke Campbell. You highly favoring Ryan Garcia. I am too. I see him dominating Luke Campbell, but obviously that's why we watch the fights, because we never know. Mazzy Nation, salute. Adrian Cole, my brother, salute. Smash the like button, get the likes to 700, please, my peoples, please. So, like you said, Kurt, I'm highly expecting that to be a showcase fight for Ryan Garcia. I think he's more talented than what people give him credit for. And I think a lot of people, Trap Lord, salute. I think a lot of people take away Ryan Garcia because of, he has the pretty boy effect, right? Money in the Ghetto, salute. He has that pretty boy effect, right? So you don't think Ryan Garcia and boxing in the same sentence, just like Oscar De La Hoya. And I think that's a lot of mistakes that people made with Oscar De La Hoya, is that you just don't put them in the same sentence, right? But that's a mistake. Ronald Howard, salute. Swin RJ, salute. Johnny Player, my brother in the super chat, he said Berlinga is, oh yeah, that dude is really scary in the ring. That's my guy. I'm gonna bring him on the show. I'm gonna bring Edgar Berlinga on the show. That's my guy right there. Salute to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Salute. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Keon, I'm gonna send you a link if you're available, okay? I'm gonna bring Edgar Berlinga on the show, because that's my guy right there. But him and Pablo, shout out to Pablo and Edgar Berlinga. Yeah, Edgar is a real great guy, man. He showed my son a lot of love. He let my son train with him when we went to the gym. He was in training camp. Edgar, everything he did, he told my son to do it with him. My son is 9. He's not even a teenager. He's 9. But when he was on the heavy bag, him and Pablo, shout out to Edgar and Pablo, man. They was on the heavy bag. They brought my son on the heavy bag. They was on the wall bag, on the wall pad. They brought my son to the wall pad. They was, everywhere they went. The double M bag. He brought my son with him to the double M bag for about 2 weeks straight. And shout out to my brother Money Powell the third and Money Power the fourth, because Money Power the fourth is another guy, man. Show my son, just teaching my son, man, that, you know, shout out to Edgar and my son and Money Power the fourth. And Sergey Derevyanchenko, but Money Power the fourth, and Edgar Berlanga, and Pablo, and Money Power the third as well. You know, because man, they show my son, and I know I'm veering off, but they show my son the time of his life out there, man. For 2 straight weeks, we was at Sergey Derevyanchenko's training camp, Kurt, out there in Jersey, and man, they show my son so much love. That was amazing. Shout out to Money Power the fourth. Big shout out to him, man. And big shout out to Money Power the third, his dad. And big shout out to Edgar Berlanga, and big shout out to Pablo, and Andre Rozier, man. Great guys, man. Great guys, man. Really, really great guys. So, and Money Power the fourth, man. He talks to my son, man. He tells him he's going to come to his amateur fights in Florida, things of that nature, man. That's, man. He got his own career to focus. Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah. You know, so it's like Money is sending them gloves, and you know, they really, really, you know, that's really, man, that's special to me, man. So I'm forever loyal to those dudes, man. So I'm gonna bring them on the show. I actually was trying to bring on Money Power fourth the other day, but he was in the gym working out, and obviously Edgar was in the bubble. So yeah, so I just veered off a little bit. So anyway, Kurt, how do you see Luke Campbell and well, obviously you already picked Ryan Garcia. I meant to say, how you see Ryan Garcia and Tank playing out, because they saying that that's a fight that's pretty much next, already a done deal.
That's a good fight. Garcia still, he keeps his chin up in the air, and that's danger with a punch like Tank. But he's very good lead, and he has a very good level. I favorite Tank in that fight, but it's closer than people think. The next fight or two, I want to see how things play out. Like I said, all those guys, they can beat each other, but we'll see. Always expect something to happen that you wouldn't expect to happen. Tank, vicious body attack, may have the advantage over Ryan Garcia in the fight. So I like Tank to beat Ryan Garcia right now, but it may change down the road because all these guys got fights coming up, and I want to see how they look.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kurt. I was giving you a talk, man. I was on mute. But stylistically, though, Kurt, how do you see that matching up? Like you said, Ryan doesn't still make that mistake. Obviously, we could see him make big changes against Luke Campbell. And this Luke Campbell situation is going to be a learning experience as well. But stylistically, because Ryan is he's 5'11". Tank is 5, what is he, 5'6", 5'5", 5'6". Doesn't have the longest reach. Eric Ocasio, salute. Ghetto Love, salute. So do you think that's going to play a major part? Smash the like button, get the likes to 700.
Yeah, it can be. It's up to Tank because short fighters can use the lack of height to their advantage. You're fighting the crouch and come up, get inside, slip under punches like Marciano Tyson. You if you're a short fighter, you should fight in close. Tank can't fight at a distance with Garcia. Garcia leaves a chin out there. That's dangerous, like I said. If Tank get on the inside, he probably stops him. But if it's at a distance, it's not a win. He is better.
Kurt, you sound like a robot again.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, much better now. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Yeah, you good now.
It will be the battle of distance. If Tank get on the inside, he wins. If Ryan Garcia keeps the fight on the outside, I believe he may win. But I'm not sure how strong Garcia will be because Tank is strong. That's why I don't call him the Tank. But I would teach Tank to fight on the inside with these fighters. His chances is better than fighting mid-range or long range. Use your lack of height to an advantage like Joe Frazier used to do. You know, you duck under punches and go to the body and break these guys down.
Goldie Boydley, salute. What's good with you? Sarai 47M, salute. Who we got? Vince Cow, playlist, salute. Let me send everybody their links now. Yeah, Kurt, man. I agree. He's gonna have to work to get on the inside. That's the only. I missed the super chat. Salute to Milton Welsh, my brother in the super chat. Appreciate you, King. Who else we got? D-Lo Sports Talk, my brother. Salute in the super chat. Trap Lord, salute. Mr. Allo, salute. Yeah, Kurt, man. So, you know, I'm gonna send a super chat. But anything else you want to get to before everybody starts to come in?
No, we pretty much straight, man. It's just, you know, we needed this fight for the first time in a long time, without the exception of Mayweather. I was listening to Steve Harvey this morning, BLS, and they talked about the Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez fight. That is a rarity on national radio, talking about a fight that was on ESPN.
That's massive, man. And that's what he's saying. Guillotine Dream, salute. You know, that's what I was saying when I was saying that. Missed a golden opportunity, man. I feel like he missed a golden opportunity. Almighty Lord, salute. Smash the like button. Let's get the likes to 700. How many likes we got? Smash that like button. Get the likes to 700. Kurt, go ahead and finish cooking. Let me send them the links. Almighty Lord, salute. I'm going to send them the links.
Absolutely. This Friday, we have a good triple header for the hardcore boxing fan. Julio Cesar Martinez. It's like a whirlwind. He's fighting. Chocolatito is fighting. And then you have
Hey, Kurt, you sound like a robot, Kurt. No, you sound like you sound like a robot. Kurt, you was breaking up like the Jackson 5, bro. My brother Kurt, he'll be back in. Bless this she, salute. What we got? My brother, Mr. King Palmer, in the super chat. He said Ryan Garcia is calling out Teofimo, which is mission for Garcia. Tia will sleep that kid. He has very, very fast hand. Wallow, wallow, bing, bing, salute. He's gonna mature as well. He's gonna get much better as well as time go on. So don't count out Ryan Garcia, because you could see him make drastic improvements. And salute to my brother Hardbody J Timo. I saw him in the building. Hardbody J Timo. Jafari Caesar, salute. So yeah, don't be surprised if overnight Ryan Garcia improves. Don't be surprised. Salute to my brother Jupiter B in the super chat. He said Ryan is 1 inch taller and has the same reach as Pedraza, just in case that helps with the Ryan versus Tank scenario. Also similar to Leo Santa Cruz. Yeah, but he's more sturdy, he's much stronger. D Lucky, salute. He's much stronger. Rome 33, Sherman Bray, salute. Sayo B88, salute. He's much stronger. My brother, Renee Boss Young, made it in the building. 12 Bravo, salute. What's good with you, Renee?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I appreciate you. Thanks so much, Blue Blood. Always, man. It's such an honor to be in the platform, man. I think Curtis had issues with his phone, right? I think with his device, right?
Yeah. It's he was breaking up like the Jackson 5, man.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, salute to Curtis, the historian. Also, the chat, everybody. Great chat over your post reactions on Lomachenko and Teofimo, man. Great stuff. Keon, what's going on, fam?
What's going on with you? What's going on with Blue Blood? Salute. Renee Bosch Young.
Salute, my brother Keon, man.
Salute,
what's
man.
good with you, Key? Y'all could go ahead and cook. Cause I'm trying to finish sending out the links, but I was on mute while I was sending it out, so I had to come back off so I could tell Kurt he was breaking up. There go Kurt.
I just got in. What was y'all talking about, Renee?
I just got in the same time, bro. We're good.
Oh, okay. What's good with it, Kurt?
Hear me?
Kurt's checking his phone there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you now.
Yeah, I was on my tablet, was getting a bad connection, so I moved from the living room to the bedroom, plus I switched from the tablet to my phone, and hopefully, I don't know what the problem is, but hopefully I won't be roboting. If I'm loud and clear, we'll check 1 2.
You're good.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. Hey, what's going on, fellas? How y'all enjoy the fight?
Great stuff. Love it.
Huh. I mean, the fight was, the second half of the fight, hell of a fight. I mean, I've had better days. I've had better days. I ain't gonna lie to you. But hey, I mean, all respect to Teofimo Lopez. All respect to Teofimo Lopez, man. He showed that he belongs. He showed that he is not only one of the best best young fighters in the game. He one of the best fighters, period, in all of boxing. And he proved that to me.
Definitely.
So, Renee, what is your take?
Yeah, kind of like what we talked about yesterday, and here I can share it with you guys. That so many things to say. Something I was saying on the buildup of the fight, as far as last week, at least with my final thoughts, I was organizing my thoughts, brainstorming things over. Listening to what the coaches had to say, the teams, the fighters, on the buildup, the press conference, their body language, what they apparently portrayed and what they were apparently going to bring in the ring come Saturday night, which was totally different. I mean, I was really surprised. Just as everybody was, and one of the things that I took, though, one of the things that stuck out to me was this, and I kind of correlated it with Ryan Garcia, as we see Ryan Garcia, his buildup so far in his career. I personally believe, and I intertwine this with Teofimo, these young and up and coming fighters, man. And, now Teo, I mean, amazing champ, the thing here is that I was saying that last week that, when I was putting out my final thoughts, that I personally thought that, Teo had more tools in his arsenal. I remember Teofimo Sr. talking about in the Blood, Sweat, and Tears documentary and mentioning that, there are more things that Teofimo Jr. has in his toolbox that he hasn't shown the world yet. And I was actually, I was really, that stuck out to me. And I was thinking, what? I think Teofimo, he's going to bring some new things out. And that's exactly what I was saying last Friday before the fight, on the channel. I went live just to give my final thoughts. And I was, saying, I think that, Teofimo's previous opponents that he has had in his career before, fighting Lomachenko, he hasn't had the opportunity to bring those tools out. And, we definitely saw him Saturday night. And just like what Keon says, man, he's one of the greatest out there right now in the sport of boxing right now. He's showing, all these young champs, all these fighters out there what to do, go out and fight the best, push for fighting the best. And he did it. I mean, Lomachenko, man. And I also agree with what you guys were saying earlier, Curtis and Blue Blood, that you guys were, chopping it up earlier. Something I also said last week was, I was expecting a lot from Lomachenko. I said, you know what? If it is so, I mean, we know he has high boxing IQ, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody knows the story, his experience. And because of all that, I was saying I'm expecting a lot from Lomachenko. I'm expecting he should have the experience from face value and, based upon his resume and the amateurs, et cetera, et cetera. He should be able to know how to fight a Teofimo Lopez. Whatever the strategy that Teo brings, Lomachenko should be able to counter it. But to much of our surprise, it was totally the contrary. I mean, I was just so shocked, and I was just so, round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was like, dude, Lomachenko, what are you doing, bro? What are you? And what I saw was that Lomachenko just kind of looked, I wouldn't say scared, no, but overcautious. A little bit too overcautious, with Teofimo, respected Teofimo a whole lot, and it is what it is. And I thought actually Teofimo was going to win by knockout, even though it was really, really hard for all of us to call, right? For me, I thought Teofimo was going to win by knockout, but he won by rounds. I mean, wow. Really, really interesting fight, man. I'll pass it on over to the next guy. What's up, Money?
Money Brown, what's good, man? Tell us about your thoughts on the big Saturday night unification matchup between Lomachenko and Lopez.
Kurt, what's going down, bro? My brother Keon, Blue Blood Sports, the OG, and Renee Boxon. Man, listen. Like I said on the beginning of everything sports, I had Loma winning 10 rounds to 2.
Wow.
No, I'm just joking, bro. Nah, but man, hell of a fight, bro. Hell of a fight. Like early on, you know how we look at it and we be like, okay, Loma take 2 rounds to heat up. Because at first I scored it a draw. I had it a draw. I had it like Andre Ward, right? But then I went back. Like I told Key, I had watched it with Key, and I still had it a draw. But then I had one, like I watched it again. I got Tio winning by 1 round. I gave Tio, it was the 7th round that did it for me, and the 12th round that did it for me to get Tio to win, because those 2 rounds I was a little skeptical on. I mean, I was skeptical on both of those rounds. I mean, but overall, early on in the fight, Lomachenko, he waited too long early on in the fight, and that's credit due to Teofimo. And I want to give Tio credit for being smart enough to take what Lomachenko gave him early on. You know what I mean? He didn't go out there, he didn't overexert himself, he didn't rush, he didn't try to force nothing, and he took what he gave him. Like I was saying, it ain't that Loma gave him too much to work with early on, so he couldn't dominate big. What people was like, the first half was a slouch, but Tio did what he had to do and took what Loma gave him and banked those rounds. You know what I mean? If you go give me a few body shots and some shots up top, I'm gonna take it. But I ain't gonna come out here and try to do stupid things and let you. Because at first I was like, is Lomachenko trying to bait him all the way to the end of the rounds and then try to win on a quick flurry? You know what I mean? I'm like, that's amateur stuff. I'm like, I know he ain't trying to do this amateur stuff. Come out here, but because I was wondering what was going on, and I know that wasn't the game plan of his daddy. I think that's that in Lomachenko head. He felt the power on the gloves. He felt the power on the elbows, the arms. And he's like, I want to try to take some of the steam out the kid. But even if you want to take some steam out, you got to force him to work harder and go to the body, which he wasn't doing. You know what I mean? So just looking at the overall fight in the first half, I just felt like Lomachenko came out with he was too passive. You know what I mean? Even if this man is hitting with hard power, you got to go out there and understand that you got to win some of these rounds. Like, you can't just sit back and wait and let this kid who's young that you're not making him fight, you're not making him lose no energy, and expect him to not have nothing in the second half of the fight. You know what I'm saying? So I was a little mind puzzled about Lomachenko, but credit to Tio for doing everything he did in the first half. Because in the second half, Lomachenko heated up. He heated up and he started coming on from the 8 to the 11, did what he was doing, touching Tio. Like anytime he wanted to touch him, he was touching him. Now credit. Tio stood right there and showed the skill level and banged it out with him. Speed was looking amazing. The uppercut, he wanted the uppercut so bad, bro, and he kept shooting it. I say he wanted the uppercut like Jamal. The uppercut was it was beautiful. But even if it didn't land, it was getting its attention. So it was just amazing to see how Tio was making adjustments as well, fighting Lomachenko. And they was fighting, bro. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really no angle using. They was fighting in that second half. They was fighting, and Loma did what he did to fight back. It was too late, man. It was too late. And if he'd have just tried to bank himself a few rounds early, it'd probably be a different outcome. But, it was too late. But overall, man, went out there, proved it to me. Like I said, if you can beat Lomachenko, you got to prove it to me. You know what I mean? He proved to me that he can beat Lomachenko, bro. He is the hottest young fighter in the game. You know what I'm saying? For us, right now, and the man to beat, we know the other fighters, they might got certain things over him, but with him, he got the biggest name on his resume. He the man at 135 to beat, so now when you come to 135 for Tank and Devin, you got to beat Tio for us. Tio got to beat them now, so it was a hell of a fight, man. Like I say, it's still a classic in my eyes, even though the first half went like it went. You got to credit Tio for doing what you got to do. But to me, it was a classic, bro, because like I said, on my Instagram streaming the fight, in that second half, if you go watch the second half of the fight to see my reaction with the people in there, bro, it was amazing, bro. And I liked that they was banging, going back and forth, what they was doing. I was going to be heated in the 12th round, bro, because I thought he was going to take a point from Tio, but I didn't see the headbutt at first. So I'm like, is he about to take a point? I'm like, oh no, I know he's not about to take a point, but I was saying in that 12th round, if Tito dropped down, he win the fight. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was scoring it because I had it close. I mean, the first time saying it. So great fight, Kurt, man. Enjoyed it. It's one of them fights that I won't mind going back watching when you just sitting down chilling. It's one of them fights that I click on and go back and watch for a while. So I enjoyed it, bro. It was great for boxing, like you said, and it gave the young fighters a whole lot of energy, man. It gave the young fighters a whole lot of energy and a lot to look for. But Jerron Boots Ennis, don't think you can do that to no Earl Spence, buddy. Don't think that's gonna happen, But hell of a night, bro.
Absolutely. Thank you for the breakdown. We have somebody else that might be Zaire Raheem. Is that you, my brother?
Nah, that's the young king Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. in the building. What's good with you,
Nothing
Gilbert?
much, Blue. How you been, bro?
I'm good, man. Introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Gilbert Rodriguez Jr. I've been a boxing fan since like I was 5 years old, so things like that.
Yes, sir. I want to bring on the young king, man. We got Stormy B-Man in the building, though.
Stormy,
you on mute. Stormy, you on mute, bro.
I think he's trying to unmute it. Usually it takes long with Stormy to do that.
He always do that too, and he be talking. He like, man, I was on mute, man, the whole time.
man, we got a full house.
Yeah, I'm trying to get the link. Go ahead, Kurt, keep on because I'm trying to get Zaire. He's saying he's not getting the link, so let me keep going.
Yes, indeed. I tell you, everything boxing, I want to go to you, man. There's a log jam in the lightweight division. Who do you think is gonna come out on top? And who you think has the edge? Do you think Tio has the edge because he beat Lomachenko, or do you think it's Haney?
Me right now, you got to give it to Teofimo Lopez. I know a lot of us, including myself, we look at Haney and we see the skill set, right? We see Devin Haney's skill set, right? And I love his skill set. But Teofimo Lopez, he came on Saturday night and he showed that his skill set can compete with any and everybody in that division. He showed that he not only hits hard, he shows that he's fast, he has good footwork. He shows that we all thought that he didn't even have a jab. He showed that he knows how to use his jab. He showed that he knows how to go to the body, and he can bang. He can do it all. So he is the one to beat right now. Devin Haney, like I said, Devin Haney has all the skills in the world, but we still haven't seen Devin Haney against an elite opponent. Teofimo Lopez, he went out there first. He beat Richard Comey, right? And then, and I was the first one to say that, Richard Comey was a good win, but Richard Comey was tailor-made to his style. And then he came back and he showed that, it wasn't because Richard Comey is tailor-made to, my fighting style. It's because, I have a fighting style and I can adapt to anything that any fighter can do. And he showed that. When Lomachenko started coming on, during the second half of the fight, the problem is that Teofimo Lopez never let Lomachenko get off without returning 3 and 4 shots himself. He never let Lomachenko get comfortable. He was matching Lomachenko with everything Lomachenko was doing. Teofimo Lopez was doing something to match that. And he showed it. He showed it because him going out, I don't care what people say about Lomachenko. Lomachenko is a great fighter. So Teofimo Lopez going out there and beating Vasiliy Lomachenko, You got to put him above all of those fighters because, like I said, Devin Haney and everybody else at the 135-pound division, they haven't beat any. Even if you want to put Tank there, they haven't beat nobody near the level of a Vasiliy Lomachenko. So to beat a man, you got to beat the man, and he did that. Period. I don't care what nobody say. He did that. So in order for you to convince me that anybody at the 135-pound weight division is better than Teofimo Lopez, well, you got to go beat him. You can't just tell me like, oh, well, such and such is better than him or such and such is better than him. Why? What have they done to prove that they're better than him? Because they show you how good they are in the gym on the mitts? Because they show you how good they look against lower level opposition? No. You have to prove that to me. Even though I might think that Devin Haney, might end up being better than all of them, than all of them. I think Shakur Stevenson is better than all of them, but I'm saying in the 135-pound division, Devin Haney might end up being better than all of them. All I'm saying is you have to prove it, and Teofimo Lopez did what he has to do to prove that he's the best. Now it's up to somebody to come take that away from him. And that's just how I feel about the situation. And as far as the fight, Blue, because I know I did send you a text message, Blue. I rewatched the fight because see what happened while the fight was on initially. I was so pissed off because my service, my service started messing up. So
hey, bro, I jinxed you, bro.
Man, my service, me and because I got twin daughters. I got 6-year-old twins, and me and one of my twin daughters. Yeah, me and one of my daughters, she right next to me. She's like, Daddy, I want to watch the fight with you. So we watching the fight, and I think it was the 6th round, man, when my service went out. It went, and she's like, what's going on? And I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. So I'm scrambling, and I'm trying to pull up the app on my phone that comes with my service. So I pull up the app on my phone, and it's the 7th round, and I start seeing some of the 7th round, and then the app on my phone, it goes out. So I'm scrambling, trying to get, so I was basically able to watch bits and pieces of the fight until I did my live, and me and Money, we scored the fight live, and I had it a draw. A lot of people, and then so what I did this morning, I got up and I watched it again. And the fight wasn't a draw. It was 7-5. I had a 7-5 Teofimo Lopez. And I don't have a problem if anybody had it 8-4 because it was a couple of them rounds that was real close. But I had it 7-5 for Teofimo Lopez.
That's what I had it. Hold on one second, Kurt. Dale McCray, my brother in the super chat, he said, OMG, first time I first watched the fight on mute, then you will see he fought scorecards because of Lopez. I think Dale, I'm trying to read it, but you put OMG first watch fight on mute, then you will see he fought scared because of Lopez power. People gave him rounds for fighting back. Second half, 8-4 Teofimo Lopez. My brother, passive student, he said, "What's good, Blue? Let me get a link and cook. I do it tomorrow, King, because we got a full house already, and I only got one slot for one more, and that's Zaire Raheem, the champ and the king. I'm trying to get him on right now. So tomorrow, passive student, I'll send you a link.
Lou, can I just say something about this fight?
Yeah, go ahead.
That I've seen some of these guys on your live chat keep saying, oh, Lomachenko got robbed, or it was a draw, it was close. Me personally, I saw the fight on Saturday. That fight wasn't even that close. It wasn't even close. All Lomachenko was doing, he had his hands up and like moving around, and I'm trying to make Lopez tired. But Lopez, for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the 12th round, he kept putting pressure on Lomachenko. And like you said before, Lomachenko cannot fight on the back foot. So he was having a hard time, catching Lopez, like pushing him back. Because, like I said, he can't fight on the back foot. And like I said, he gotta learn how, he gotta let his hands go. He can't just let Lopez win all these rounds. He gotta let his hands go at the end of the day. Because guys like Deontay Wilder, guys like what's his guy name that fought on the back foot? Mayweather. They could fight on the back foot successfully. So Lomachenko should have fought on the back foot just in case Lopez was gonna put the pressure on him. But like I said, it was a great performance by Lomachenko. I mean, not Lomachenko, Lopez. It was a great performance by Lopez. He is now the undisputed champion, and I hope I see Devin Haney versus Lopez, because that'll be a great fight. I think Devin Haney is actually gonna win because he has the athletic, he has the skills to beat him.
Yeah, I think Devin Haney's gonna win the fight too. Carl Lillavoy, salute. But go ahead, Kurt. I'm still trying to get y'all can keep going. I'm trying to get Zay. I don't know why I'm having an issue getting them the link.
Oh, I was going to ask, what's his name? Gil Rodriguez, but he answered for me. I want to go to Renee Box Young. There's a log jam at the lightweight division. Who do you feel is going to come out on top, or you just got to see more of certain fighters because they have the potential to beat each other? So just let me get your input on the lightweight division as a whole, Renee.
You know, as for now, like I can just speak right now in the present tense. Tio, I think Keon said it pretty well. You know, Tio, he's on top right now. You know, he's showing the example. I mean, he's setting the example for the division. You know, he fought, if I'm not mistaken, he won a belt, right? When he fought Comey, right?
Yes.
Yeah. He went out and fought Comey, got the belt. You know, been calling out Lomachenko for a while, fought him, got the belts, undisputed, not undisputed, whatever, you know, that controversy. But right now he's on top, man. He's definitely on top. And as far as who will be on top in the future, I see Tio for a while. And one of the reasons why, I mean, we got to understand this, that you know, I mean, it was great interview you guys had the other day with Bob Arum. You know, salute to Bob Arum. And according to him, he was saying that, you know, it's the fighters who call the shots. In other words, right? It's the fighters who call the shots. And he said, no, it's not the promoters. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said something along the lines of, no, it's not the promoters who, you know, put fights out there for them. No, it's the fighters who call the shots. So if that's the case, I don't know. But the reason why I say this is because I don't see, man. I mean, even it should happen. And I see Teofimo setting an example.
Somebody got some noise in the background. Could you mute your mic, please?
Okay. I think that's Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Or maybe Blue Blood. I think he can mute it. Can you, Blue Blood? Oh no, it's still going, right?
Yeah, I just muted him.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you know, if that's the case, or if it's not the case, you know what I'm saying? I just think that politics do have a lot to say in this, which is why I say that I don't know, and I hope so, because Teofimo's the type of guy, he's calling people out. I hope he doesn't move up to 140. I think he was saying something along those lines to fight, you know, winner out of Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor, which you guys were chopping up earlier about. He should stay in this division, you know, and just clean out the division, man. You know, because Tio, he's setting the example. So the reason why I say this about promoters earlier is because I don't see Haney and Tio soon, man. I don't. And I know the public's going to be clamoring for this, and rightly so, because, I mean, people debatably say this and that, but, I mean, Haney has a WBC belt right now. So, I mean, we got to respect that, you know, definitely got to respect Haney and his belt. And Teofimo and Haney have to go down, and it has to go down. But as for now, I see Teofimo on top, man, and these other guys haven't proven it just yet, man. They haven't proven it. Tio is the one who stepped up to the plate. He's doing the heavy lifting, kind of reminds me of like Errol Spence doing the heavy lifting in the welterweight division. Teofimo's coming out, you know, showing up and showing out. And for now, I see him on top, but we got to wait and see, like Curtis asked, like, you know, or should we wait? You know, should I wait? I mean, I'm personally in the mindset of we should wait a little bit, but I don't want to wait too long. You know what I'm saying? Because who knows with politics and all these things, Haney and Tio got to be next, man. And out of that, I'm not sure who would win, man. I'm kind of favoring Haney, but Tio's getting that experience. We got to understand. Look at the experience he got now with Lomachenko, the experience with Comey, the experience with Nakatani even. I mean, Nakatani was a challenge. You know, Tio's getting some good experience. So right now, man, he's on top, and we'll see how long it is, man. We hope Haney's next, man.
Lawrence RBE, my brother in the super chat, he said, "Can you explain why no rematch clause?" Question mark. Memo to Bud. Pay attention. Better not lose to Kel. I don't think Haney versus Lopez is a mega pay-per-view fight. Well, Bob Arum already said that he's willing to. William Old School Arden, salute. Gregory Penn, salute. He said that he's willing to make that fight happen. He has no problem making the fight happen, but he absolutely will not put it on pay-per-view. He said he will not put that fight on pay-per-view. So if they're looking to make it pay-per-view, it won't happen. But both fighters said they want the fights. As far as the rematch clause, I think that, first of all, Bob Arum said that he don't believe in rematch clauses. That's what he stated. And then I think that a part of it was that Vasiliy Lomachenko was overly confident and thought, why do I need a rematch clause? This kid got 15 fights, 23 years old. I have a long, extensive amateur background. He felt like he was the superior boxer. So I think he felt like he didn't even need a rematch clause. So me personally, if I'm unified and it's 3 divisions, and I don't see that should be automatic in your contract, because anything can happen. It's not even just the fact that he lost, but anything could happen. It could have been a headbutt. It could have been anything. Anything could happen, right? There's technicalities that take place within the sport of boxing, so anything is liable to happen. So you taking a chance, man. This is boxing. Anything could happen. You could get an injury in the fight and can't continue. Now you don't have a rematch clause, So, but we got the champ is in the building. The king Zaire Raheem is in the building. What's good with you, champ?
What's up, my brother? What's up, Blue Blood? What's
Salute.
going on, brother?
What's good with you, Raheem?
You can hear us, champ?
Yes, sir. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So we got to get your thoughts. We got to get your expertise. What you think about the fight?
First of all, I just got to congratulate Lopez because he showed me a lot in that fight, a whole lot. But then also, I don't think he showed me enough because Loma was so much smaller than him. I'm not taking nothing away from Lopez at all, but he beats Haney. I'm his biggest fan.
Now, I felt like Teo showed us a lot that Loma, he couldn't fight going backwards.
It wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. You know what it was? Every time he had a plan. Loma's plan fell apart when he got hit. You couldn't see he was hurt, but he was hurt. It stopped him from throwing punches. He didn't intend to give away that many rounds. He intended to move, throw his more punches, but every time he threw 1 or 2 punches, the punch he got hit with was so devastating to him. You couldn't tell. It reminded me of my fight at Asalina Freitas. Everybody said it was an ugly fight. It wasn't ugly. I was knocked out. Y'all just didn't see it. I was knocked out on my feet. I grabbed him and said, if I go down, we all going down.
That was Trill. That was keeping it real. hey, Zaire, you keeping it real?
Loma gave away. That's why. Listen, he ain't gonna give away that many rounds against a puncher intentionally. It's impossible. Yeah. It wouldn't make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
He gave away 2. He gave away the whole first half. He couldn't catch up. It was not like you're a knockout puncher. And Lopez did a great job, man. I can't take nothing from him. He got kudos from me. He did an excellent job, man. Excellent job. I'm proud of him. Man. I'm a fan. He grew a fan in me.
Yeah, I was overly impressed too. Stormy, we didn't get your take on this, Stormy. Stormy, you there? Stormy, you're on mute, I think.
Lou, I personally believe that Lomachenko don't deserve a rematch because
having some problems today, man. Sorry about that.
No problem.
What's good, everybody? Salute. I've been trying to battle these internet. We had some storms out here, and I think it kind of affect my signal a little bit.
Oh, okay. But we didn't get your take on it, Stormy.
My take is relatively simple. I think that going into the fight, I had mentioned that this fight had a lot of handicaps to it, and when I say handicaps, I mean it's the intangibles that you may not factor in. And what ended up happening is I said that Teo needs to show us something that we hadn't seen from him before, and boy, did he do it. He showed us that jab, you know, and he showed that he was patient and he worked behind that. And that was exactly what he needed to do. He showed maturity in a lot of instances early on because it was a big event for him. But boxing and using his jab allowed him to settle down and get into the fight. In the meantime, like the champ indicated, Lomachenko got hit with something that made him a little more, you know, hesitant to just, you know, get started with whatever his plan initially was. So as the rounds went by, Teo got more comfortable. And I think touching him to the body like he did and nearly missing with those uppercuts were vital. So he ended up, you know, boxing his way to a victory. But in the later rounds, he did kind of come apart a little bit. And he still passed the test with flying colors. I think that there's a lot to build upon with this, and he'll have even more confidence going forward with his future fights because of how he was able to perform and how effective he saw it be, and also who it was that he beat. So there'll be a great deal of confidence for him going forward in his future matches. That's my take.
Mm-hmm. Now, champ, we got to ask you, what do you think about Bob Arum and Vasiliy Lomachenko not having a rematch clause, not even being interested in it? Do you think that was a mistake on his part?
I think who's the promoter of both fights?
Bob Arum.
Okay. Is Lomachenko not a huge ticket?
Yo, champ, you breaking up. You breaking up bad.
That's me.
Yeah. You there, champ?
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now, champ. You can hear me? Go ahead, Kurt. The champ, I think he's having a little bit of issues with the audio.
Yeah, well, I think it's a mistake. When you have a high-profile fight, you should always have a rematch clause. I think Lomachenko took this kid for granted. Maybe he was way too overconfident, saying, I've seen this before. And I'm going to talk about this, Blue. I think sometimes we get, even us, even myself, we feed too much into experience. Teo looked like the experienced fighter Saturday night, and I think we read too much into that. Sometimes all the time the skills pay the bills. Sometimes I was getting ready to say that we just, we feed into it. Oh, this guy don't have enough experience. Well, Leon Spinks had 8 fights when he beat Muhammad Ali. So we can't always read into that. If you're determined, like Teo was, you can see it in his eyes. And if you have enough skill and enough know-how, then I don't care. A guy been fighting 10 years, and you've been fighting 2 or 3 years. If you execute your game plan, you could beat that guy. And we saw what happened on Saturday night. But it's Lomachenko's fault. I will exercise a rematch clause in every last one of my fights. If I win, then I go on to big and better things. If I lose, I'm like, I can convince people, hey, that was a fluke, or I can say something like, I was off my game. That will work because he's Lomachenko, and be like, let's do it again. I had some personal problems in training camp. You can say anything, Blue. So it was just a mistake, and it was a tale of a fighter being overconfident. But I want to know if Lomachenko comes out and says, tell Teo, give me a rematch, or hey Bob, I want a rematch. So we'll see.
Teo said no. He said he ain't giving him a rematch. He just said that earlier, not too long ago. He said he's not giving him a rematch. Lomachenko is saying that now. He's saying he was robbed in a fight, so he wants a rematch. And you know, the whole man, you was robbed in a fight thing, man. That don't sit well with me, man. That's like, come on, bro. You lost the first 6-7 rounds, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
At the most, okay, I could see you say I fought myself to a draw, but to say, man, they robbed me in the fight, I won that fight. Come on, bro.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah. What you think about that? What you think about that, champ?
Nah, you're right. I agree with you 200%. I mean, he was so cocky and overconfident going in that he didn't even protect himself legally in his contracts and make sure he had a contract clause. He even took a $500,000 pay cut to fight Lopez.
Mm-hmm.
So Lopez can get more money. So he did a lot, and I think he was overconfident. And yes, you can be fast and you can have the best speed, the best timing. But when you get hit and that brain gets shook, how you gonna use anything when your computer is offset now?
Right.
You know what I mean? He's getting hit and hey, he lost the fight, man. And I think Lopez did good because I didn't think he would be able to turn over that much power, which I can't say he did because he didn't even drop Lomo, and Lomo was a much smaller man. But I didn't think he would be able to control him with the speed, but the power was just too much for him. It was too much. And kudos to Lopez, man. He looked good, man. I was impressed. From round one to the whole fight, he looked good. He looked good. Even when Lomo tried to pick it up on him, he stayed in it.
Mm-hmm.
He stayed in it, man. Hey, I'm proud of him.
And
those are the fights that makes legends.
And champ, you like you said, a lot of us, you know, I thought you won the Freitas fight. Kurt thought you won the Freitas fight. Everybody on the panel thought you won the Freitas fight. But you've been in there, and like you said, you said you was knocked out on your feet. Man, we can't see that.
And guess what? One time he hit me, man, I was going in for the kill. But I can promise you this, I hit him and hurt him, so he started grabbing me. That's what made me start throwing him like, oh, he hurt. I got to get him out of here because he almost got me out of there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Listen, and this had to happen about 3 times in a fight. I went in to hit him and he caught me. And when he caught me, I promise you, one time I seen myself at home eating ice cream. And when I came back, do you know what was going on? We both was on the ground.
Wow.
You understand what I'm saying? And then one time I came in again and he hit me. And I threw a combination, he hit me again. I grabbed him. And I couldn't see nothing. I felt like I was falling in the tunnel. So all I knew to do was hold on. We hit the ground again.
Wow.
But I mean, so when people say, I hear so much how horrible of a fight it was. And the only thing I can say is, damn, that's the best you got for that fight. In my head, I was knocked out the whole fight.
Right.
The whole fight. I couldn't run my hands like that. My brother's in my corner saying, you got to go get him in the second half of the fight. And if I would have did it, I would have won it. I didn't have it. My brain was on froze.
Wow, man. See, that's why, you know, it's important that we hear your take, champ, because you know, we backseat drivers, you know, as fans and as journalists, I'm just a backseat driver. You know, I'm yelling at the screen. See how you could see how you saw and you knew that he was hurt in the fight. That's important. That's very important because for the world to hear that, because you know me, I'm just yelling at the screen. You know, do this, do that. You know,
but you got to remember this: every day you go into the gym to master playing strong when you're weak and weak when you're strong. That's what you master. The first day you go in the boxing gym, you know how to. And the first day you ever spar, 9 times out of 10, when you get hit, your head go way back. And as you get hit more and more, you learn to take it, and nobody ever able to see the damage that it do. You practice that because if you get hit with a shot that the guy didn't throw that hard, your head go way back and you stumble back. What the judge is gonna do? What the referee gonna do? Oh, he hurt him. You might not. You could have been off balance. Your job is to be able to take that shot, and nobody should be able to tell that it hurt.
So you gotta learn how to play possum, huh, champ?
There you go. That's why they say box 90% mental for that right there. So if you hit me and I show you that I'm hurt and you come in for the kill, it happened to me against the Rocky Warriors fight. And you know what I did? I said, time out, ref, get him off me. Get him off me. We going back to the next round. Nope. And you know why I did that? Because before that fight, I watched Zab Judah get hurt with constant zoo, and he tried to fight him while his brain was on froze. And you know what happened? His legs went to freeze, and then he fell. Then his arms froze. Then his neck froze. Then his arms froze. He kept trying to fight it. Nah, I wasn't gonna fight it. I'm gonna freeze. I already know. My brain went on freeze. My arms locked up. I start hearing things. Time out. I don't know what's going on no more. Time out.
And can I say something, Blue? You know what's crazy about the Zab Judah fight, champ? It's like you said, when he got dropped by Kasazu, if he would have just stayed down for them, because you saw how quick he recovered when the ref called it off. If he just stayed down for them few seconds, he would have snapped back. If he just knew to stay down for them 2 seconds.
Lack of experience and too much heart.
Yeah, just off that one reaction, cost him the fight.
Cost him the fight. Yup, that's pride, not confidence.
That's the same thing that happened to Anthony Joshua when he got dropped. Got up too quick.
Yep.
Got up too quick.
He didn't want to come out the corner, Blue. That nigga was in the corner like, you fight.
The last one, yeah. No, but I'm saying the first time he got dropped, he never recovered because the punch, you know, sometimes the punch might not be as hard, or you might not perceive it as, you know, you just hurt, and sometimes you're like, why is my legs noodles? You know what I mean? Your brain and your legs and your body's not on the same wavelength. And so I think that's what happened with Joshua. He's like, wait a minute, you know, it wasn't on the chin clean, it was behind the ear, you know, it was like, so he got up and his legs was never because then you not allowing your body to recover. You taking more punches. Salute to Dale McCray in the super chat. Too many excuses for Loma. He was a 135-pound champ, 2-time gold medalist at 132. Not too small. He can't fight going backwards, and he felt his power. No 126, 130-pound. Salute to you, King. My brother Jupiter B in the super chat. He said, "I beat that boy." That's what Lomachenko said. Yeah, that's what Lomachenko said, man. That I was like, come on, man. That when you do stuff like that, man, it hurts the sport. Come on,
I
man.
agree, and it makes me less of a fan.
Exactly.
As a fighter, like, oh, come on, man, don't be that tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, did you heard how he said it too, champ? Like, man, I beat that boy, man.
I don't even want to see the rematch.
Yeah, me neither, because I don't think it was a close fight.
Move on. Ain't no sense of seeing it.
True.
Right.
I think he get knocked out in the rematch.
I agree.
Yeah,
And, you know what he did wrong? Lomachenko did wrong is he gave a person so prideful like Lopez more confidence round by round. He on cloud 9 now. He can't possibly think he's gonna get a rematch and win it. Nah, it ain't gonna happen. Nah, it's over. It's over.
And now Lopez knows what to expect. And I think he didn't exert himself because he still was hesitant at points.
But you got to think about this. If I'm standing in front of you, you standing in front of me, we arm length apart, and all of a sudden, my hand is on your lips and back to me, what you going to think? But you never see me move. This is what he's doing to Lopez. But they wasn't hard punching, but he's standing right in front of him. Pop, hit him with a jab. Hit him with the right hand. Pop. And Lopez was thinking like, damn, how did he do that? But fortunately enough for Lopez, them shots don't have nothing on him. And he couldn't keep doing it because his brain was on froze.
Right.
If his brain wasn't on froze, he could have kept doing that and he'd have won the fight. He'd have peppered the mess out of him all night. He'd have peppered him. Pop, pop, pop. But he hit him with too many hard shots, man. His brain just didn't have them reflexes, and them neurons was froze. They weren't firing off for him. He seen the shots, he just couldn't move.
He couldn't move. Right. Anthony
Lumos. He was desperate. It wasn't even game plan no more. It was desperation at the end.
That's what I said.
There was desperation, man. Like he gave everything he had. Like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna have to go out. I'm going out. That's what he was doing.
Right. He had to throw caution in the wind at that point.
But think about this. When you seen caution in the wind, you seen a little bit of him come out. So if he could have threw caution in the wind early, he had a better chance. But his brain was on froze. He couldn't.
And that's why I was disappointed when he came out, because you saw the change in him. We saw by the set. He didn't land double-digit punches till the 8th round. So we saw the change in you. So
it took him to get desperate.
Right. And you was nearly knocked out in the 12th round. If that headbutt didn't occur, Teofimo had so much confidence in that 12th round when he was landing those big punches. Like he was almost getting ready to knock you out. So for you to come back and be like, man, I beat that boy. Like your body language changed from the 6th, 7th round, from the 7th round, because you knew you was down bad. And then you knew you almost got knocked out in the 12th round. So to come out and say, to take that away, to try to take that young kid's moment away from him, it hurts the sport, in my opinion. Anthony Lumar, salute. Mansa Musa, salute. It just hurts the sport at that point to me, because it's like, dude, you knew We never seen you come out that aggressive. Why? Because you knew you was behind bad.
Yep.
And let me say this, Blue. When you was talking about that rematch clause, I agree. I feel like him and Bob Arum was confident enough for not a rematch clause.
What
I think
you
they
mean?
like, yeah, I feel like
Can't
they
say that Bob Arum wasn't confident. Bob Arum was happy
Look,
because Bob Arum now got a cash cow now. But
Bob
Loma
ain't
wasn't a
happy.
cash
Bob
cow.
ain't happy,
Loma
bro.
was a
Bob ain't-
sacrifice.
I don't think Bob happy. I don't think Bob happy that Bob love Lomachenko, bro. So I can't say they was happy, but I'm gonna say this.
They two fighters in the same position I was in. He
But
sold that man.
But you know what? One thing about Bob though, he said last night on Fred's show on Barbershop Conversations, he said I was sad for Lomachenko, but I was happy for Teofimo Lopez. So he said, yeah, I was sad because I see how much work he put in. He said, but on the flip side, I was happy for Teofimo because I see how much work he put in. But then Bob said, and this is what Bob said straight out, I don't want to see no rematch. There's no need.
There's no need.
Because
He gonna make more money off of Lopez. Forget Loma.
And Lopez, he is the younger fighter. You got more years with him, but I'm telling you, like when you see fights like this, Loma try to come out fighting early in the next fight, and that's what's gonna be. It's gonna be a downfall. It's like you say, Tio got too much confidence to know that you hit me with your best shots. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't really get the land clean on you. You know, and I feel like Tio stop Loma in the next fight, bro. Something like Chocolatito and Ramasai. I think it'd be that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez confidence is through the roof now.
Yeah, through the roof, bro. Through the roof.
Hey, Bob Arum got his new cash cow. I tell you that. Him and Beranga, he doing the right thing.
So let me ask you this. There's a big thing that I saw, and I was like, man, I wish Tio wasn't doing the shoulder roll, man. Everybody want to be Floyd Mayweather with the shoulder roll. It's like that's a natural reaction for Floyd Mayweather. I don't understand why these young, and I understand they want to, emulate him, but you have to have that skill set to be able to pull that off. You have to be fluent. Zaire Rahim is fluent. You were just fluently, naturally slick. When Teofimo Lopez is not naturally slick boxer on defense. He's a pressure fighter with a big, strong pressure fighter that can go fight backwards. He could fight laterally, but that's not his forte. That's not his specialty. He's more so flat-footed. So when you flat-footed like that and the stand in the shoulder roll, but your reflexes don't agree with the shoulder roll, which allowed Lomachenko to, like you said, if Lomachenko had more power, this fight could have been very, very different. But he was getting hit with the triple jab, boop, 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 and then he was leaning to his right with a southpaw, and he was landing the left hand following it.
When I seen Lopez fight in at the third round, you know what I did? I made a couple of phone calls and looked online and do some homework real quick, and I realized I said, "No way that kid can look the way he looked overnight between fights." So you know what I found out? Lopez was a hell of an amateur boxer. Not going forward. He didn't start going forward till he went into the pros. Remember this: when you was a child, you didn't do the same thing you did as an adult. Even if you played basketball, you was just different. So when you see him develop, and now he's a puncher, he's strong, he's been lifting weights. Well, when he was a child, he was a good boxer in the amateurs. Real good. He used to move. He looked like Lomachenko. All he did was go in the gym, start hitting them. He started hitting that strength and conditioning. His dad put him on that strength control. It's over. But he can box. Excellent. What?
Yeah,
excellent. Movement, head movement, footwork. Man, the boy is good.
Yeah, no, he definitely could box, but I don't like his reflexes when he in the shoulder roll. He was getting hit too much with it.
Well, you know why? Yeah, because he's emulating something that's not him. That's why.
That's
you gotta
what
practice that. And you know what that come from? Do you ever see somebody stand in front of each other, somebody throw a jab and you can catch it with your hand? So you got to practice that until your hand and eye coordination is good enough where you can time his jab when it comes to your face and stop it.
Right.
You catch the jab. That's timing. Well, when you do that, what you got to understand is now you're talking about shoulder and eye timing. Shoulder and eye coordination now. Now you got to have timing. Your shoulder and your eye have to be timed now, not your hand. That's a whole nother practice. And you got to stay sideways. A lot of problems, they keep getting hit because they squaring up when they doing it. If you go Google the Philly shell, and you look at the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll, you're going to see like, wow, they fight a lot similar. Look at James Toney. Go look at some of the older fighters. You're going to start seeing how they fight from the side with their left hand down. And they should rock. And Philly, they used to rock it when it should be down.
And
rock it. And when you look at James Toney, how Floyd fight from the side, it's an art because the more you square up, the more you get hit. That's why you see guys doing it, because they work when they're against green guys. But what they don't understand is everything don't work against everybody. You got to make some kind of adjustments using it. And you got to know the adjustment. You watch Floyd Mayweather, he didn't stay there behind that shoulder roll when he fought Diego Corrales. He didn't know he moved. You know why? Because he would have got hit.
Right.
But when you see guys doing a shoulder roll, they get in and do it. Anybody don't understand when and why not to do it. They don't know that. That's why they get hit. All you got to do is go look at Mike Seals when he fought Rodriguez. And he got knocked down and hit with the right hand. This was probably years ago. And I mentioned that because when I seen it, I couldn't understand how you get knocked down with the right hand, go back to your corner, come out and get knocked out with it 3 more times until you get knocked out with it. All because you got your left hand down like doing the Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll on the ropes.
All you got to do is look at when Floyd Mayweather fought Shane Mosley and he got tagged with those couple of good right hands.
Sure
He picked that left hand up, didn't he? He started Floyd with his guard up and started fighting a whole different way.
And you know what? Shane Mosley looped it over the top.
Yes, Stormy. He immediately abandoned it. That was it. It wasn't right. It didn't work.
He sure did.
And you know why it didn't work? There's a technical reason why it didn't work.
Would y'all agree that the fighters blew that his offense is his defense?
Hold on 1 second, Moni. Go ahead, finish, Stormy.
Shane had trained for that fight to throw his right hand straight because Shane usually hooked the right hand, but he threw it straight, and Floyd didn't see it. That's what happened. He was looking for Shane's punches to be looping shots, like a right hook instead of a straight right hand. And so he got tagged with that, and he immediately made the adjustments, which shows his ring IQ. And there's one other thing about the fact that everybody's trying to do what Floyd was doing, because Floyd was the big name fighter, most recent memory. That goes back to like when Ali was so popular. Everybody was trying to dance around the ring like Ali. You had all these fighters, heavyweights like Greg Page and Quick Tillis and all those guys. They were trying to emulate Ali's style.
Yeah, but you know where it came from? I'm gonna tell you the story real quick. This is 1990. I'm in Marquette, Michigan. We had the Powell National Tournament. We 13 years old. I'm inside. There's 2 rings. Al Mitchell was there. It's a tournament. Big Floyd walks in with a fur coat on. He got 2 girls with him. They got furs on. He stops, takes his gloves off. One girl hands him a briefcase. He takes his mitts out. Him and Floyd get hit in the midst. The whole building shut down. What the heck was this? And as we grew up and things begin to escalate, he began to do it and do it and do it. You look today, everybody do it. Even if they don't know what they're doing, everything's about going fast. Act like you're moving fast. Moving your head, moving your hands. But the form is horrible. The form is just a lost art now. Now everybody want to be Floyd, just like you said. Everybody want to be Ali at the time. Everybody want to be Sugar Leonard. It's the same thing. The only difference now is affecting amateur boxing. People trying to do it and the quality suffers.
That's what the brother said. Why wouldn't everybody want to emulate Floyd, the Johnny Player? But the problem with that is you can't emulate. You can't be. You can only be yourself.
It takes 5,000 hours of doing anything to master it. If you go in that gym every day for 5,000 hours and practice that shoulder roller wrong, you are 100% perfectly wrong. You got to know what you're doing. You can't go anywhere and just think, oh, you go in the gym and start throwing punches and moving your head thinking you know what you're doing because you had a couple street fights. It's an art to it. It's a wrong and a right way to do everything. And a lot of these guys, they don't have pamphlets set up like they do in college for boxing. So a lot of guys go in the gym and they don't understand that they was wrong sometime 10 years later until it's too late. Because who's there to teach them and tell them? Everybody that know is not there no more because they got what they needed out of it and they gone.
That's why Browning was successful.
Ivan X, salute. He said, do I like Devin Haney? Yeah, you know why I like Devin Haney's shoulder roll? Because he grew up with Big Floyd and Little Floyd. Yeah.
Good point.
He grew up with them. So he don't know no different.
And he don't know no different. That boy been touched by some of the best, trained by some of the best. Hey man, he a lot. Hey, he can do it.
Right.
He's getting hit.
Right. For every now and then you're gonna get Kobe Bryant that look like Michael Jordan. But that don't mean everybody could. That don't mean everybody should be chewing gum with a bald head and doing fadeaways.
Hey, Blue, and definitely a natural defensive fighter too, Blue. So for him, it's perfect. It be the ones that be offensive fighters. They be trying to implement the shoulder roll, and they be doing it all wrong. They really offensive fighters. Where they offense, that's why I was gonna say. Do you think Tio offense is his defense as well? Because some offensive fighters be trying to do the shoulder roll and they don't be having a clue what they doing. Like my man said, they be square up right there getting cracked. Don't move their heads with the shoulder roll. All they do is lean back with it. Like Birdo tried it, got his ass. Sorry, but he got cracked. AB was trying it, he was getting cracked, and then they revert back to the defense that they normally do. But to me, some of these fighters' offense is their defense. By them keeping Kess on the back foot, like Roy Jones, they athletic enough to move around the ring and make you miss. But for us being a really defensive fighter like Shakur and Devin, some of them just ain't got it, bro.
Right. It's just like you get fighters that try to be, Roy Jones. Roy Jones was an anomaly. That Roy Jones wasn't trying to be nobody but Roy Jones, because Roy Jones was just freakishly athletic.
That's not true. Roy Jones was trying to be like somebody. He told me that's on mouth.
Who's that?
Me.
Well, but then again, but look, you was freakishly athletic. You see what I'm saying? But you see what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying, right? You can't be. You got to know your limitations, right?
Yeah, you're right.
You can't go in there and be, hey, you could take things from everybody, but you got to be yourself.
That's 100% true.
So you can't be in there and be, you remember Pernell Whitaker was down on his knees ducking punches. Man,
if he bad boy right there, boy.
Right. If you think you're gonna get in the ring,
and he was 40 years old.
Right. But if you think you're gonna get in the ring and just start doing what Pernell Whitaker do, man, you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. And so I'm seeing a lot of these guys failing with this shoulder roll. Adrian Broner standing there with the shoulder roll and getting pop. Remember that fight, Andre Berto?
Oh,
when he fought
Castillo,
Ortiz. What was Ortiz? It was Ortiz, right?
Yeah.
Remember he
put his hands up.
Yeah, remember he stood there in the shoulder roll just getting pop.
Crack.
Like, dude, get out of the shoulder roll. Just
But
because
you know why,
you're
right?
athletic.
You know why? You know
He's
why he
not
couldn't get
slow.
out of it?
What's that?
Because he didn't got hit so many times, his brain became addicted to it. That's when your motor skills suffer and you start talking different. So when he was getting hit, he didn't have a problem taking them punches. His brain was addicted to it. Now, when you get to that point, that's when you should probably either quit, man. Nine times out of 10, because your health is going to decline from there. But the first time you get hit, I'm telling you, your head going to go way back. You're going to be shocked. You're like, oh, and if somebody hits you, the first thing you're going to do is put your hands up. It's the first instinct. Or move your head. If you get hit right now, it's the first instinct. The more you get hit, that instinct dulls. The more you get hit, you keep getting hit and keep getting hit, your brain become addicted to it, man. Start looking for it. I don't know if you ever heard of them UFC guys, a couple of them that end up losing their mind and having road rage and or addicted to substances, and their brain is addicted to that dum 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 dum, that pounding. That's a medical fact. Look it up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always say when they keep their hands low like that in that position and they getting hit, it ain't nothing up there to protect.
And you know where it come from? That sparring. When they in the gym all the time. It don't come from the fight.
And I said it 1,000
Everybody
times.
want to go to every gym and spar, and it's a tough guy situation. Nah, but they forget to learn.
Exactly.
Every
you going out there, you getting hit in the gym. You take more punishment in the gym than you do in the fight.
And you should. But when you see a lot of rookie trainers, they do that. Got them guys sparring 5 days a week and tough sparring. They get to the fight, they got nothing left. And everybody trying to figure out, man, he must not be trained. And nah, he was overtrained.
Mm-hmm. Salute to High and Low.
I've done it.
Salute to High and Low Sportsman Room in Super Chat. He said Teo studied Loma for 3 years. Yeah, he was calling for this fight for quite some time. But I want to get all y'all opinion before we get out of here, man, because I want to do this again tomorrow, man. I was having an issue sending out the link. I don't know why. But I want to get all you guys' opinion, on Devin Haney. Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, as we talked about, they was on FaceTime. They agreed that they want to fight next. Obviously, Devin Haney, nothing is a foregone conclusion in the sport of boxing. He got a fight coming up. I'm expecting him to dominate Yoriokas Gamboa. But anything can happen, right? So,
yes,
so we can't just put the carriage before the horse. But I'm expecting it, right? But that's what we do in the sport of boxing.
That's right.
We go in the fight and we already looking past the fight.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to get you guys' opinion on that. Renee, I want to start with you. What you think about Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. How you see that fight playing out?
I remember I was invited to a platform some time ago, and I was asked the same question. And as time evolves, we can see just these guys developing more and more, especially with Teo. You guys already know why. With Devin Haney, I definitely do not discard him. I mean, even though he hasn't maybe faced the opponents, the likes of Teofimo's recent opponents, but I mean, Devin Haney, what I really do like about, you were actually talking about a little bit a moment ago, Blue Blood, about Devin Haney's footwork. That's what I like about it. I like his reach. I like his skill in the ring. I like how he uses the ring. And I mean, I got to put this out there, and I kept saying it, and I'll keep saying it. You know what I mean? Because that's what I see. That's what I see. I mean, it looks like Haney uses the ring more. He uses more footwork than Teofimo. Teofimo did use more footwork, against Lomachenko and stuff. I mean, great stuff, recently. But I think that Haney has a slight advantage. I think Haney has a slight advantage over Teofimo in that respect. But still, I think we got to see how he performs against Gamboa. I mean, we'll see how that goes out. But I slightly favor Haney, but then again, we got the same question, right? The same questions pop up again. I don't think Haney has faced the power of Teofimo, and now it's not necessarily the power talk as it has been on the build-up to the Lomachenko versus Teofimo fight. Now it's not necessarily the power talk with Teo now, because we know he can box. I knew he can box ever since before the fight, but now it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more like a chess match too, man. But we'll see. I incline towards Haney, man, just to keep it short and let everybody else speak in the panel. Blue Blood, I got to get going, man. So thank you so much for inviting me. Champ, salute. Stormy B, everyone. Keon,
good talking to you, okay, my brother.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Monty, Gilbert, thanks so much, man. Blue Blood, thanks so much, man. Respect the grind, everybody. Likes up, share, everything, man. Thank you guys so much.
Hey, Renee, don't forget to let the people know where to find you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, Renee Box Young. I'll keep the link. I'll put the link right here in the chat. Renee Box Young. You can see me on Instagram, Twitter, right? YouTube, obviously. Renee Box Young, man. And thank you guys so much, man. I got to get going. Thanks so much, man.
No doubt, Renee.
Take it easy.
Hey,
Renee,
Gilbert.
tell Brooklyn Style that shout out.
Oh, what's up, champ?
Oh, no, never mind. Have a good one.
Okay. It's all good.
Gilbert, go ahead, Gilbert. What you think?
Well, I'm actually glad boxing is back, and we're having a lot of great fights coming out. We have Tank Davis versus Leah Santa Cruz. We have Dylan White and Povetkin, and the Devin Haney and Lopez fight. It's gonna be a great fight, in my opinion, because you got a prime fighter versus another prime fighter. Remember, we usually don't see this. Boxing, this guy's ducking that guy, this guy's ducking that guy. So this is gonna be a great fight because two prime fighters at their prime. Devin Haney is a champion. Teofimo Lopez is a champion. It's gonna be a great fight. Personally, Devin Haney gotta, watch out for that power shot. He better back off. Use his jab, keep it in distance. I think he should fight on the back foot because Lopez has power, and he's definitely gonna put pressure on him. So Devin Lomachenko is not. I mean, Devin Haney is not Lomachenko because unlike Lomachenko, Devin Haney has speed. He has a good jab. He has all the tools to beat Lopez in this fight. And I truly believe Devin Haney will have a great future in boxing. And hopefully, I think he should do a shoulder roll too. I think he should do that as well. It's block his shots.
Yeah, Devin Haney is naturally has the Floyd Mayweather style because,
and he looks like Floyd too. On top of that.
Yeah. He grew up there since he was 4 or 5 years old, so he don't know no different. Training with Big, and he trained predominantly his time with Big Floyd. Now he didn't train with everybody, but
he's learning a lot.
Yeah, he get his foundation from Big Floyd, so it's second nature to him. That's why he looks a lot like Floyd, because it's just second nature to him. And now he's training with Mickey Bay. And Mickey Bay trained with Floyd Sr. And Mickey Bay got an extensive, he trained with a lot of the legends, trainers, and so it's only natural, But Gilbert, let everybody know where they can find you.
All right, follow me on Instagram on Gilbert RKO 619. I will put that on the chat just to let everybody know. And thank you, Blue Blood, for inviting me to this, chat, the video. I appreciate it. I'm a big fan of you. I've been supporting you since the first time you made YouTube, the first time you made your video. Ever since, I've been a big fan of you, and I appreciate everybody. Salute to all y'all.
Thank you,
brother. Follow me on Instagram, Gilbert RKO 619.
Hey, shout out to your dad, man. Tell your dad I said what's up.
All right. And all
Have a
my
good
friends are
one,
watching
brother.
it too. All of them.
Yes, sir. Tell him
All
I
right.
said what's up. And the champ, King,
Yeah, and
King
I should be on the show more.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
No doubt. My brother, Money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What you think about that? What, first of all, I want to get your thoughts too on the mindset of them as well. You know, because look, Tio ain't even been out the ring with Loma for 72 hours, and he already FaceTiming with Devin, talking about making his fight. Like, that's the mentality we like. You know what I mean, Money? So what you think about that mentality, and what you think about the fight itself?
I said on my bro Key panel, bro, I said, if you haven't watched Teofimo Lopez post-fight, everybody need to go watch it. Because what he said at that post-fight, bro, and like I said, I believe every word that came out of his mouth. Like he said, I haven't really done nothing yet. He say, if you, like he said, everybody want to be money Mayweather, but you got to be pretty boy first. You got to fight all these guys. The way he bigged up all the up and coming fighters, he named Shakur Stevenson, he named my man from Philly, Boots Ennis. You know what I'm saying? Letting people know like the hungriness in them, like we coming out with the old in with the new. We want to fight everybody, and those three names right there stands out. Those three names has been calling out everybody, including with Devin Haney. I mean, with those three names has been calling out everybody. And like I said, I give T.O. so much credit because he been checked. Like I'm gonna keep it real. The first time I seen Teofimo Blue, I wasn't really big. I want hip something like that. So I see him talking. I see him, you know, his personality and shit. So I'm like, man, who is this dude, man? Talking about he want all these dudes, Lomachenko. Man, you better live up to what you're talking about, this and that. And then I seen the fight. I'm like, okay, I see him. But then as it goes on, you see what he's doing. And then when he knocked out my man in the first round for that title, like that was big time, you know. So looking at their mindset, bro, I just say boxing is in great hands. It's in great hands, you know. And I tell people, boxing is the mecca of the fight business. UFC can put on 1,000 fights. People can say UFC doing this, doing that, and I respect Dana White, you know, for putting on all these fights. But at the end of the day, boxing is gonna be the mecca of the fight business. It's always is. And looking at these young bulls, man, coming up, it's in great hands, bro. It's in great hands. But the thing is, keep the mentality when the money comes. That's what it comes down to, because everybody want all the smoke before the money, you know. But when they get the money and the big house and the fame, some be dropping off. So at the end of the day, I like it, Blue. I like it, man. I believe these kids when they say they want to fight the best. Their mentality is wanting to be the best. We see Devin Haney, he works out like no other. He's a monster in the gym. Tio is a monster in the gym. You know what I mean? I like Devin a lot, bro. I like the skill set on him. It's just what happened if you get touched by that T.O. power is what I'm gonna be looking for. You know, because the power, like I said, before the fight, Blue, the kid got real knockout power to knock out A-level fighters. That's real power T.O. got, you know. So my thing is, what happened? Because like Zaire said, you got that game plan until you feel that power. You know what I mean? You got that game plan until you feel that power. So if T.O. can shoot, because T.O. showed me that he was quicker than what I thought he was too. You know, I know Devin quick, Devin an in and out fighter, smart, defensively sound, technically sound, but at the same time, you go get caught. So if T.O. can land that power on Devin, how do Devin respond? That's gonna be the only knock on Devin. How do you respond if you take that big shot and you face that adversity? Because you haven't faced adversity yet. We've seen T.O. face adversity, and because in the 11th round, Lomachenko was having his way with T.O., bro. And I was like, man, Loma finna come out in his 12th. He finna take this 12th. And like, cause like I said, I had gave I slid Loma the 12th until I rewatched it, bro. And I say, man, and I still feel like the when he hurt him, that was won it for me. But the mentality, because we heard T.O. Daddy was trying to tell him to go out there and box, he wanted to fight. But T.O. like, nah, I wanna catch him. And he went out there trying to catch him. And man, did he close the show? He closed the show. And that shows the mentality, Blue, of I'm not just here to win a fight. I'm here to take it. I'm not leaving nothing to the judges. I'm here to take it. And with that mindset, I got to give T.O. the edge against Devin Haney. You know what I mean? I got to give him the edge. Devin going to have to prove that. Just like I said, T.O. got to prove to me that he can beat Loma. I got to keep the same energy, bro. T.O. is the man at 135. He's the man at 135. Devin got to prove to me that he can beat T.O. You know what I'm saying? Which I believe he got the skill set to do it. I believe he got the skill set to beat anybody. Devin Haney is a monster. He's a beast. But you got to go in there. You got to prove to me that you can beat Tio because Tio is the man right now, bro. He's the man. He's the man that beat him. And Tank is my guy as well. Tank my guy as well. But I get Tio, like, he's the man to beat at 135. And I do think Tank can beat him. But you got to prove it to me that you can beat him, you know? So I got to get Tio all his credit, bro. He earned it. He earned it, you know? But it's a hell of a fight where him and Devin, hopefully, Blue, they make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We know how these networks is. Bob looking at Devin can steal a thunder, take it to the zone, or vice versa. So hopefully they can make it happen. But, man, it's going to be one hell of a fight, Blue. And not to mention, Blue, they fighting young, bro. They fight. If they make this fight happen while these dudes 23, 24 years of age, they showing out on some of these fighters. Even some other greats that waited till they was 30s to fight. Not saying the fights was bad, but they pulling a Sugar Ray Leonard and a Tommy Hitman Hearns. They getting it on early, bro, and can still meet up in the bigger weight classes. So it's great for boxing, and it's great to bring eyes to the sport because, as you know, they got fan bases that's young. You know what I'm saying? So if you can keep them young fan base, the young people, you know, keep their eyes on the sport, then they grow with the sport. So it'll be a great thing to see, bro. And it's a plus for all of us. So I'll be happy to see it, bro, if they make it happen.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna happen, man. But before you Money, you gotta let everybody know where to find you.
Yeah, man. Follow me on Monty Brown TV. Follow me on Instagram at Monty_the-writer. We do great work over there as well. We stream the fights. You know what I'm saying? Some of your favorite fighters might jump in. You know, so man, it be going up though. But man, once again, shouts out to you, Blue, for always holding it down, man, doing great work. Shouts out to the champ, you know, Zaire Raheem. I'm over here watching him versus Frias right now as we were speaking. I got the fight on, you know what I mean? Looking good in the way to go. Oh yeah, no doubt. So you know, man, I'm gonna be right here on Blue Blood as well. Blue always showing love, you know, and we gonna keep it rocking like that, giving the people the best boxing news out there, keeping it unbiased. New media is the new wave, so y'all better jump on it, you know. And it's all love, Blue.
Yes, sir. My brother, Money. All right, my brother, Stormy B, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Thanks for having me on, man. I'm sorry about my internet problems earlier.
I think we all having that because I couldn't. I was having issues with sending out the links and I couldn't click on. That's why, you know, it's just I don't know, but that's internet for us.
Yeah, mine acting messed up too.
Yeah, it's you know, guess that's just the internet. But go ahead, Stormy.
No, I just want to say thanks for having me on. Good to hear the champ on here again. Zahir, man. Good to see you, hear you on here. And look forward to chatting it up with you guys again. I could be followed right here on YouTube on Stormy B, man. That's the channel. And we look to see some good things happening, man. These fights are great. As far as that Devin Haney, Teofimo matchup, personally now, because of what Teo was able to accomplish in his fight, we need to see more from Haney. We need to see him fighting people. And the first step is going to be his match against who's this? He's got
Gamboa.
Yeah, Gamboa. We need to see what's going to happen there. And believe me, people are going to be looking to be critical, you know. So he needs to have a great showing. But not only that, Gamboa is a lot more past it than what Teo faced. But at the same time, these guys are in a prime age of where they have to face each other. Remember, Leonard and Hearns faced each other. They were 22 and 25 years old, you know. So these guys got to start getting their work in. You know, then when they get in their 30s, they can start, you know, talking about remember when, you know what I'm saying? And maybe they can get out with some nice bags too. So that being said, also the money will come. If they're fighting quality opposition, the money will be there. And sometimes, depending on who the opponents are facing each other, these young studs, pay-per-view can be on the table for them. They have to realize those things. So I think that Devin needs to show us some more things. Like I said, going into this fight, I said Teo needed to show us something, and boy, did he. So I think it's the same for Devin. We can't anoint them with anything too far, too ahead of the time until they show us some things. And but they're young, they're talented, and you know, by facing off, that's how we're gonna find out what they have. So, but that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. My brother Keon, everything boxing and sports. What you think, Keon?
Oh man, to beat a man, you gotta beat the man. And my man, Teofimo Lopez, he went out and he beat the man. So when we talking about a fight between him and Devin Haney, like I said before, Devin Haney, he got all the skills in the world. But just like my man Stormy B Man said, you have to show that you have to show what you're gonna look like in a fight of that magnitude, you know. So in Teofimo Lopez, he did it. He did it on Saturday. He showed his skills and everything that he can do in a fight of that magnitude. Now it's Devin Haney's turn. Devin Haney, he has he has an excellent skill set. He's an excellent boxer. But see, well, I've been seeing one thing lately is that somehow we've crowned Devin Haney a knockout king. And Devin Haney is not a knockout, king. He's not a knockout fighter. Devin Haney is a pure boxer. Just because he had one vicious knockout don't mean that Devin Haney is a knockout fighter. And I've been seeing that a lot of people say that lately, like Devin Haney and knock this guy out, he'll knock that guy out. That's really not his style. So, with Devin Haney fighting Teofimo Lopez, the fight can go, a few different ways. Devin Haney can win the fight, but how is Devin Haney gonna go in there and fight Teofimo? So if he goes in there and he makes it a boring type of fight to where he takes like a Mayweather route, what Mayweather did to fighters like Pacquiao, if he just goes in there, move around, use his jab, pop shot here and there, and stays away from Teofimo for 12 rounds, yeah, he can win a boring fight on the cards. But if he try to go in there and just fight Teofimo, I don't see him winning that way because Teofimo got the edge in power. He has, he can keep up with Devin Haney's speed if they trade in shots, so it just depends how the fight goes. It depends how the fight goes. If it's just if Devin Haney want to just make it a pure boxing match, he can win and stay on the outside. Yeah, he can win. But Devin Haney, I see things that Devin Haney does wrong too. He throws wide shots. A lot of his shots he throw wide. So if he gets caught by Teofimo Lopez, how is he gonna take that shot? But in defense for Devin Haney is not easy to hit Devin Haney. He don't take a lot of flush shots. So can Teofimo Lopez, land a big shot on Devin Haney? But like I said, Teofimo Lopez, he showed me a lot because he showed me that he has a very high ring IQ and he can box and he can use his jab along with the power. So right now, I'm gonna go with Teofimo Lopez just because of the fact that is Devin Haney got to prove it. He got to come and prove it. I think that Devin Haney probably has the overall better skill set, but I'm gonna just go with Teofimo because he earned my respect of what he did. Now Devin Haney is his turn to go out and show that he could beat somebody on that level. But yeah, man, so like I said, it just all depends on what type of fight they fight.
Mm-hmm. And Keon, let Philip H, my brother, salute. Who else we had? Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. School of Skills, Ben Israel, salute to y'all. Lawrence Williams, what's good? DJ Zion Love, salute. Yeah, Keela, but let everybody know where they can find you before you get off.
Y'all can find me on YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Everything Boxing and Sports. We do a live every day at 11:25, and that's Pacific Mountain Time. So that's 1:25 Central and 2:25 East Coast time. It won't be no live show tomorrow. We'll be back on Wednesday. My boy Money Brown TV, that's on the panel. He do the live show with me, and man, we be having some great shows. Y'all need to come check it out. And you can find me on Instagram at Mr_everything_boxing_. Yeah, I think it's Mr_everything_boxing_. Yeah, Mr. Everything Boxing. And you can find me on Facebook at Keon Everything Boxing Turner. Yeah.
Hey, champ, what you think about this fight, champ? The expertise breakdown. Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez.
I'm going my money on Haney. I'm betting on it. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's it, huh?
I'm betting on. I didn't bet on the Loma fight. I'm gonna bet on this one.
Oh,
that proved a lot to me, Blue.
That says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna show you the receipt. I ain't gonna talk about how, what, when, or why. I'm just gonna show you the receipt after the fight.
Woo. I mean, I got Haney winning the fight too. You know, I just think he's just more versatile. You know, I think that I think his foot movement, and he don't use a lot of wasted movement. I think at times Vasiliy Lomachenko used a lot of wasted movement. Devin Haney has more calculated foot movement. It's for a purpose, for a reason. Vasiliy Lomachenko used a lot of foot movement to get you out of position because he has such short arms, and it makes up for, you know, his shortcomings. So he uses a lot of different angles and awkwardness to try to get you off balance. But when you pivot with Vasiliy Lomachenko and you still facing him, he don't let his hands go. He only lets his hands go when he sees the perfect target. You know, he's not very active. So the champ said that's it. It's just Devin Haney. Ain't nothing else to explain.
I can't. If I talk anymore, then I'll be giving away too much.
Yeah, I just want them to come and say, "Okay, I'll bet you." Yep, come on with it.
But champ, let them know where they can find you. Well, let them know what you got going on.
Got King Raheem Boxing on Instagram. King Raheem Boxing. Zaire King Raheem on Facebook. Training these fighters in here, man. Building the better tomorrow for boxing. USA boxing.
Yes, sir. And where's your gym at too, King?
Buckhead Fight Club, Atlanta. Buckhead.
Yes, sir.
Champ, I appreciate you having me on, man. Hey, very much. It's always a pleasure. I'll see you next time.
Yes, sir. But what you eating though, champ? You gotta let us know what you eating, because that sounding good, man.
Hey, man, damn, my bad. I can't help it, man. Yeah, that's why you know it's time to go.
Hey, let me tell you to the champ too, Blue. Hey, Ryan, man, it's a pleasure too, man. And I always appreciate champions like you as always giving back to the people, bro. You put me in the mind frame of Corey Springs, bro. Like you speak your mind, you don't hold nothing back. It is what it is. What happened in the ring, happened in the ring. You ain't too arrogant, but that's just love, bro. I appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, that means a lot, man. That gives me the fuel to keep doing it, man. I really appreciate that, man. Much love, brother.
Yeah.
For sure, King.
No doubt. Next time I invite y'all over, man, we all gonna eat.
Oh, let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, no doubt.
Let's make it happen.
Let's have a round table discussion.
Yes, sir. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen.
We gonna do it, man. Be out.
Appreciate you, King. No doubt. Appreciate you, champ. Kurt, any last words on this fight before you close us out?
Well, you know, Teofimo Haney's a good fight. The key will be how will Teo adapt to Haney's athletic skills, because I always bring up perpetual and rhythmic motion. Haney has that. He makes mistakes, just like everything boxing says. He throw wide, long punches. I don't like fighters who throw long punches. We've seen that Comey throw long punches and then he got countered. You see what happened with him. So Haney has to use his footwork, because footwork can get you out of trouble. You know, he can control distance and everything. And Haney has a lot of upside. He has a high pedigree. He's been around boxing minds and boxing people. Teo is dangerous, man. His confidence and through the roof. There's a tough fight. And like I said, I favorite Teo right now today. But down the road, let's see what happens. Let's see how Devin Haney looks against Gamboa. This fight has a lot of hot sauce, just like Saturday fight had. We needed that fight. It gave boxing a shot in the arm. So I'm saying Teo right now, but it could change down the road. But boxing IQ is everything, man. And Haney can neutralize Teo by using his footwork, his jab, his athletic ability. Plus, it comes down to genetics, but that's another story. I'll leave that alone. But Haney is still learning. It depends how fast he learn. He's going to get experience against Gamboa. Teal's there already, so he has the inside track already on the division by beating Lomachenko. He planted his flag, and can't wait to Teal and Haney meet. So I give the edge to Teal right now, but like I said, down the road I could change my mind.
Hey, Kurt, and I got a quick question for you on that as well. Wouldn't you equate it even better for Teal momentarily because of his last two victories, Comey and Lomachenko? Because he did like he got a dual situation out of that with those victories. Wouldn't you agree to that?
Absolutely. It kind of remind me of Jermell Charlo's career. And you could look at Teofimo or Jermell, two hottest fighters on the planet, because they took two quality opponents and beat them. And Charlo beat Tony Harrison in a rematch. I felt he won the first fight, and then fights the dangerous Jason Rosario and knocked him out. So they're the two hottest fighters right now. And so when you fight good opponents and knock them out or beat them convincingly, the people, we watch that as a boxing community and be like, oh man, this guy can fight. They belong on a pound for pound. But that's what happens. You have a advantage when you beat and fight good opponents like Jermell Charlo and Teofimo Lopez. So they're two of the hottest fighters in boxing because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question, Blue, before we get off?
For sure.
Real simple. Who's the real WBC champion?
Devin Haney.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This whole friend. I like the direction. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I like the direction that the WBC said the franchise is going to go in, with every division having a franchise champion, in order simply to. Now they got to tweak some things, but if it goes in, if they stick by, the problem I'm gonna have with the WBC is them sticking by the rules that they lay out. But if they stick by the rules that they saying they're going to have with the WBC franchise title, with every division having a franchise champion, and this allows the big fights to happen without them having to honor the mandatories. Now, if the mandatory is a big fight, we don't want to see you're not going to be, you shouldn't be able to go around a big fight to make a lackluster fight. It has to be same level or above, right? So if it's same level of above, cool. But if it's you going to fight Joe Schmo and you got Devin Haney there when you Vasiliy Lomachenko, no sir.
Right.
No sir. Then you have to enforce it. And then you can't sit on the shelf either. Because remember, Lomachenko said that he wanted to fight in between the Teofimo Lopez and Richard Comey winner fight that took place December 14th when he fought in August. So he said he wanted a tune-up fight in between that because he didn't want to stay on the shelf too long, but because the winner of that fight wasn't going to be ready, obviously, until March. So he would have been on the shelf from August to March. And so what he did was he petitioned to be franchised, and then they granted him that, but he didn't have a tune-up. He said he wanted a tune-up. The perfect tune-up would have been your mandatory and Devin Haney, who you said was too green for you. But instead, he knew that after he became franchised, and he knew that he couldn't have a tune-up not named Devin Haney. That was your mandatory challenger. And you said he was green and he wasn't ready. So that's the perfect tune-up for you, especially when he's calling you out and he's a name. But he knew that was too tough of a fight for him. So he avoided, he maneuvered around that fight, and then just decided, because he knew the public was going to look at him and say, hey, man, how you going to take this guy over Devin Haney when you said Devin Haney was just a tune-up and he was too green? So he decided to sit on the shelf. So that didn't work in his favor either. So now he sat on the shelf for 14 months, became franchised, sat on the shelf for 14 months in order not to fight Devin Haney. No, that can't happen. So if this I like the franchise that now they're saying you could lose the title. And on top of that, they said it don't carry. Because initially when they gave it to Canelo Alvarez, they said it was going to carry. Remember, it's just a title that he could carry with any division. Now they're saying it's you can only be franchised per division, and it gives you the ability to maneuver around. So we won't get this Errol Spence, Carlos Ocampo situation. Right. Now, on the flip side of that, I do believe that they do need to implement some type of limitation where you can't just be maneuver around, because then the number one challenger is pointless now to work your way through the ranking system if the champion can just consistently move around you. No, it has to be a 1 or 2 fight limit. They already have you could already have a interim fight, right? But so it should be a 2 fight limit that you could be able to franchise yourself, for you to be able to say, "Oh, now I'm using my franchise title, so I don't want this fight, because when I have this fight on the shelf." And I referenced the Errol Spence and Sean Porter situation, because we already saw that fight now, right? Yeah. Not that I don't want to see it again, but I already saw it. I don't want to see it again when Terrence Crawford is there or Manny Pacquiao is there. Mm-hmm. Now that's when Errol Spence should be able to say, "Okay, I'm using my franchise to go around Sean Porter because I'm gonna fight Manny Pacquiao. I'm using my franchise to go around Sean Porter because I'm gonna fight Terrence Crawford."
Got you, bro. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
That's sense, like I said, long as it's the fight, the matchup or the big fight. And I said that, bro. I said if there's no Manny Pacquiao next, like if there's no Manny Pacquiao next for Earl, then the only thing we should like, and I'm gonna stand on it. The only thing I want to see Earl fight is it's got to be Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford, right? Yeah. But this is the thing. I don't want these sanction bodies to be pushing fights on us when this fight is there. Let us. So this franchise, in my opinion, it works because, you know, remember, this was getting ready to hinder us from getting Terrence Crawford and Julius Indongo. Because Indongo had that undisputed bout, you know, he had the mandatory challenge. Yeah. So they wasn't going to give us Terrence Crawford and Julius Indongo. But I'm glad, but because we all petitioned and stated our concerns and our displeasure with them not giving us undisputed, then they went ahead and said, okay. And I believe that was the IBF, but they went ahead and said, okay, we'll allow this fight to take place. Yeah. So that's where the franchise, but the problem is still that all the sanction body has to get on board with this franchise, because if they all don't get on the board, then it's pointless for the WBC to have it. Mm-hmm. So all the major sanction bodies has to get on board with this franchise and the rules. And here's where it works. If all 4 sanction bodies get on board, it's gonna hold the WBC accountable. Right. Because they're not the only ones. So now it's not just your rule. This is across the board. This is a rule across the board to allow these big fights to happen. But if the WBC and the other major sanction bodies not on board, then they're not going to be held accountable. So then they're going to be bending the rules. But now they came out and they said that so Canelo Alvarez is not the franchise champion in every division. Now, here's one problem that I have with that, though. They're allowing him to use his franchise quote unquote title to fight. Well, no, I'm wrong. They're right. Because they said he's the franchise champion at 168, not at 160, not at 175. So this is where he's trying to use it with this Avni Yildirim fight, right? So okay, he's French, but he's not franchised at 160 and 175. So if he go up there, he's gonna have to follow rules just like everybody else. So that's what I like about it. And I like the fact that you could lose it. So now Lomachenko is not the franchise champion anymore. He can't go to any division and just, start knocking on the door and say, I'm here, and they're going to let him in. No, he going to have to earn it according to their rules. Right. And so that's what I like about this franchise situation. As long as they uphold and hold it and they abide by their own rules, don't create rules, don't create this and then maneuver around it. I like it because it allows now. I didn't like this whole when you have these mandatory. Now, again, like I said, I want the guys that work their way through the ranking system to get their opportunity, but don't be holding us to. We got this guy, Carlos Ocampo, but Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford trying to fight, but now he got to fight Ocampo, or now he got to fight Sean Porter again, and he already fought Sean Porter and beat Sean Porter. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? No. Let us get the fights that we want to see, and then he have to revisit that somewhere down the line, and make it give him a 2-fight. So essentially, all the franchise is, if you give him a 2-fight leeway, it's just giving him an extra interim fight. Because you could wait a year and have an interim fight before you honor your mandatory with all the sanctioned bodies. So essentially, you just adding another one with the franchise and give him leeway so he can say, listen, I'm going to fight Terrence Crawford. I'm going to fight Manny Pacquiao. And the same goes in every weight class. Give it to now Jamal, Jamel, and Errol and everybody. I have this rule. That's good if they stand by their rules. If they start to waver and start to bend on the rule, it's going to ruin the sport. Then it's going to ruin.
Like you say, Luke, long as the fight is one that the fans wouldn't accept, and it's a big time fight.
Right. It's a big time fight, you know. And now, like for instance, Devin Haney and Teo, right? Imagine if Devin Haney has a mandatory and is preventing this fight. Well, now the it's going to overrule that because Teo is franchised. So now Teo's saying, I want Devin. Devin want him. The mandatory goes away for now. You know what I'm saying? So that works. Now they have no reason not to give us that fight right now. Other than the fact that, you know, they both been talking about leaving the division. Other than that, there is no reason for us not to get Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. There's nothing standing in the way. But again, like I said, all parties involved have to be on board, because now imagine if the IBF come out right now and be like, well, you got a mandatory. Now it's going to prevent us from getting Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. It don't matter who the mandatory is, unless his name is Gervonta Tank Davis. We don't want to see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But do that fade down from the other section of body, because we already know the IBF, they quick to say, we want you to script you for the title. They'll script you quick.
Facts. And that's what I'm saying. They already look right now in the heavyweight division. Although I'm not on board with that because I want Wilder to get his opportunity. But look what they're doing to Joshua right now.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Like, bro, you gotta have this fight. You gotta have this fight. Like, is that all parties involved have to be on board so that we could get the fights that we want to see. You know what I mean? And this, hopefully, the WBC implementing this forces the other sanctioned bodies to implement it across the board, and then we get the fights we want to see. But go ahead, Kurt, close us out, man. Kurt, you there? Oh, you're on mute.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Great show today, Blue, man. It was a bit of a marathon, man. It's always great to talk boxing. We're just coming off a big fight, but I want to salute to the chat for spending 3 and change with us, man. Without you guys, we wouldn't have much of a channel. I think Keon and Money Brown, Zaire, Gail Rodriguez, and Stormy B, man. It was a great show. My name is Curtis Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar. You can find me right here, Blue Blood, Monday through Friday, Thursday nights, the 3 Wise Men of Boxing through Stormy B Man's channel. Man, I love boxing. We all do, man. We're a great boxing community. We control the narrative. Great show. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Salute to my brother Matthew Valentine in the super chat. He said, look, the only way Bob and Top Rank allows Teo to fight Haney next is if he's trying to make it that. No, Matthew Valentine, Bob Haney. Bob Arum already came on he came on Brother Fred Barbershop Conversations last night, and he said he's 100% on board. He's just not going to put it on pay-per-view. Mr. T King Texas, salute. He's just not going to put it on pay-per-view, but he's 1,000% on board. He said at this point in time, with everything going on, he's not comfortable with charging people money to see these fights. And he says that being a product of, you know, yesteryear from the sport of boxing, you had these mega massive fights that you didn't put them on pay-per-view. He said that you don't put the Super Bowl on pay-per-view. You don't put the NBA Finals on pay-per-view. You don't put college football national championship on pay-per-view. That's a fact. You don't put these things on pay-per-view, right? So, you know, at the end of the day, he said that, you know, you get, you know, hundreds of millions of people watching. You do, you know, when it's not on pay-per-view. So, you know, this is a fight. You're going to get more eyes on this fight, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, on regular TV. And this is more exposure on regular TV. Now, can it be pay-per-view? Yeah, it's pay-per-view worthy for us hardcore boxing fans. Are they both well-known? Yes, they are. Especially being young with social media era. Yes, they are. They could touch a lot of people, but can they touch? They could touch more people on free TV right now than they can on pay-per-view. Believe that. Believe that. Given the old school feel in a massive fight, believe that. Free TV, man. But if you haven't already, go subscribe to my brother Renee Box Young. If you haven't subscribed to my brother Renee Box Young, go subscribe to my brother Renee Box Young. If you haven't subscribed to my brother Money Brown TV, go subscribe to my brother Money Brown TV. If you haven't subscribed to my brother Stormy B Man, go subscribe to my brother Stormy B Man. Right now, if you haven't subscribed to my brother Stormy B Man, subscribe to him. If you haven't subscribed to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports, go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go hold down and support the champ, Zaire Rahim, on all major social media platforms. Please go support the champ. And he have his boxing gym in Buckhead down in the ATL in Atlanta. Salute to Gilbert Rodriguez, the young king that came on, showing love today on the channel. Salute to Gilbert Rodriguez. So support him on social media as well. And y'all already know what it is. My brother Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host in the building. And y'all already know what it is. It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed? Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.